Hello there, you spectacular specimens of humankind, you happy-go-lucky scamps of individuals. Welcome to the cult of vain, the hedonism that we call Valen Vain. Well, twitch.tv/Valen Vain, or if you're watching the VODs, youtube.com/access the VODs and vanity.
Kind.
Milky Bark! Milky Bark!
Can I name a country without an R in it? No way.
I am deeply upset by this. Deeply. Your 4-year anniversary, and you deeply upset me like this. How dare you, Milky Bark? How very dare you? God damn it! Oh my lordy! I shall now inscribe your name on the mirror vein for the 4 years. That one's fucked. Need to get myself some more Sharpies. Milky Pork, your name is now inscribed on the mirror vein. By having your name on the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But God damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, harra, sexy, oh, yes, me. Yeah, you know, that one's not particularly good either. I'm going to see if I can find another one. Do I have another sexy gold Sharpie? This looks brand spanking bloody new. We'll do that one. Go with that one for a bit. There we go. Put all the nasty ones in the bins and what have you. Hello, friends! How you doing? Hello, you cheeky little devils. Welcome on in. I'm a little chilly today because I've been away for the weekend. I disappeared off for the weekend. I was in an Airbnb in the arse end of fucking nowhere where I nerded. There's a lot of nerding. And it was fucking excellent. It was absolutely fucking excellent. But I'll tell you all about that in a second. Let me say hello to people first because I haven't done that yet. But the reason why I'm all snuggly and shit, I'm very, very tired. I have had about 12 hours sleep in 4 days. Much to nobody's fault. It was just the way it was. And as a result, I'm sleepy panda. And I was like, "Ooh, I'll dress goth cozy," and I've also been in a house where we could turn the heating on and turn the open fires on, and light the open fires. As a result, I've been really, really toasty all weekend.
Panda to it, panda to it.
This wind is really picking up and it's quite chilly. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
You upset me. You upset me deep in my soul. Well, in the Airbnb, there was like a laundry room where you could do your laundry bits and pieces, and there was a little sign on it. Okay, and the sign had a like a little washing line with clothes pegs on it, and it said "Lost Socks." I thought that's fucking great. That's wonderful. It's a great place where you can, like, if you've got like an odd sock, you can put it up there and wait for it to, like, wait till you get the other sock, because I'm not one of these people that wears odd socks. I fucking hate it. So I'm like, oh, I could put my odd sock there if I'm ever here for long enough where I need to actually wash some shit. I can put my odd sock there, peg it up, and then when I find the other sock, I'm like, fuck, I know where that sock is. And I go back to the thing, and I thought, that's a really cool idea. Maybe I'll get one at home. And then underneath it, it said, it didn't say lost socks, it said odd socks. It said odd socks, and then it said, looking for their soul mate. And at that point, I realized that I could not. I just couldn't do it. I can never have an odd sock peg ever again. That can't be done. Even though it's a genius idea, and I think it's a fucking wonderful scenario, I wouldn't be. I couldn't. No, just fucking no. All right. God damn it. God damn it. Hello, friends. How's it going, Sirius Wolf? Yeah, you luck away, you beautiful individual. Do your bits and pieces. Thank you so much for coming and saying hi. I appreciate that. Kiara Strings, how you doing? Razar, you wonderful bean. How's it going? Wild Squeak, you wonderful bean. Also, Zabadian, thank you very much for 100 little pan rings. I appreciate that. Davin Cogsworth, you shit, you.
Hand it
You
to me,
bloody
go.
shit.
Hand it to it. Hand it to it.
I used to work in a shoe recycling shop. It was soul destroying.
Oh my fucking god. Oh, god damn it, Sebastian. Thank you very much, 100 little pounds. You shit. God damn it. God damn it. What was I even talking about? Davin Cogsworth, hello, you beautiful individual. God damn it, you lost the game and everything. Zooty Booty, how you doing, you cheeky little devil? How's it going? Bear, you wonderful individual. The man, the myth, the legend, his own pants. Yes, my pants are very sleepy pants. Very sleepy pants. Yes, the intro track today was from a band that a newly discovered band. I haven't heard much of their stuff, but I've discovered them recently, called Florence Black. Which they have like some of their songs sound a little bit like an old new metal band that I used to listen to called Soil. I don't know if anybody knows Soil, but Soil, they kind of sound a little bit like that. Well, in some of their songs, I listened to a couple of other songs and I was like, oh, do you know what? This is a bit different. But yeah, anyway. Soulblade Manor, how you doing, you glorious individual? Thank you very much for metalling out with our new metal, you know. Gilus, you cheeky devil, you lack away, no issues at all. How's everyone doing? I am sleepy, but good. Good. I'm looking. Oh, that's a really good point. Did I actually transfer the video that I wanted to show everybody onto my drive? I did. Can I download that, please? Download anyway. I don't really care about scanning for viruses because it's my own bloody video. Okay. Because I wanted to show you this house, friends. I wanted to show you this house. You know One Soil song? I will stone you, wrap my arms around you. I will stone you, my little halo. That one. Was it that one? They've got a great song called Broken Wings I haven't listened to in fucking ages. Broken Wings is one of those weird songs where it sort of like was there and then it disappeared from all of their albums, and it's really hard to find now. But yeah. Okay, cool. Got the video, so I can show you this thing. I'll leave it a little bit for more people to come and sell in, because I know some people get delayed and shit like that. And then I'll show you the tour of the house.
Hand it to it.
What do you call a redhead playing the piano by themselves in worn-out shoes? A soulless soloist.
Oh my dear lord. The joke there for those people that don't get it is that ginger people are supposedly have no souls. The soulless soloist. God damn it. Thank you very much, 100 little panda rings and bandian. Good lord. And you know what the ironic thing about that is? The all of the redheads that I know, of all of the people that I know in the entire world, all of the redheads are fucking amazing people. Apart from one. I know one selfish redhead. Everyone else is just really fucking generous and gracious and beautiful and wonderful and glorious. Do you know what I mean? It's a wild one. It's a wild one. Anyway, what was I fucking doing? You're throwing me now, friends. I don't have the brain power. I don't have the brain capacity for this. I've had nowhere near enough sleep. Nowhere near enough sleep for this shit. But I look pretty, so it's fine. It's all right. It's okay. Doing all right. Thank you very much, Dab Cogsworth. Yeah, I was away for the weekend. So I went, me and my friends went on Friday to an Airbnb, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. And we were there. So we were there for a tabletop roleplay weekend. So my friend has like rewritten all the rules for like a cyberpunk adjacent style game. And it is fucking excellent. But we were playing Cyberpunk, so we played Cyberpunk Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. I'll tell you all about it in a bit, but that was great. And then, like, in the daytime, we played some, like, board games, like, had food together. There was, like, a ping pong table, and it was, like, there was, like, a pool table and stuff like that. So we did loads of bits and pieces around that. The face of the world! I'm afraid that we have once again rebanned our links. We've rebanned links because people keep coming in and throwing links that aren't always necessarily safe. So I'm afraid whatever that link that is, it has been deleted by the mods. Well, I said the mods. It's been deleted by the bot. The bot has automatically done it. But you know. Love how you don't read mod chat. I'm too busy. I got many screens and a sleepy brain. Many screens and a sleepy brain. Many screens and a sleepy brain. God, my brain. Jesus Christ. I don't even fucking know. Look, I'm delirious now. The delirium is kicking in. It is well and truly. One trick couple, you sleep with luck away, you beautiful being. It's fine. It's all right. It's okay. I'm good. I'm all right. It's okay. The reason why, friends, the reason why I have had so little sleep is because we were playing tabletop. I'm sure I'll say this again in the near future. But we were playing tabletop roleplay, this Cyberpunk game. Now, me and my friends go hardcore with the tabletop roleplay stuff. When we play for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And that's the way we've always done it, and that's the way we fucking love it, and what have you. So Friday night, Saturday night.
Ooh, little stalker.
Thank you very much for the follow, you beautiful bean. Yeah, Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, we were playing this tabletop roleplay from 6 to 7 p.m. around about 7 p.m. ish, right the way through till 4 in the morning. And because of the way that my body works, I woke up every morning at 8:30, regardless of what time I go to bed.
Yeah,
so
subscribed.
Eric, you cheeky little devil. I'll be with you in 2 seconds. Yeah, I woke up. I went to bed at like 4 a.m. and I woke up at 8 to 8:30 every morning. And my body was like, "You're awake now." And I was like, "I need more sleep." And my body was like, "Nope. Fuck you, Mr. Vane. You will be awake now, and you don't do naps. You can't nap. You've just got to persevere through. You want to be fucking idiot and stay up till 4 a.m.? That's on you, sunshine. That's on you." So I have had like literally like 12 to 13 hours sleep in the past 4 days. So I'm looking forward to sleeping tonight. There was a big part of me where I was like, "Oh, I'm tempted to cancel stream tonight and just fucking like sleep because I need sleep." But I was like, "You know what? Fuck it. If anyone's going to enjoy my delirium, it's definitely going to be you beautiful people, right? 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 You better enjoy my delirium. You better enjoy it. Embrace it. Right? Oh, my lordy. Eric, thank you so much for giving that sub into the community. I shall now inscribe their name upon the mirror vein. By having their name upon the mirror veining means they get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devils. And of course you get access to all those sexy little emotes, but the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, "God, do I look rough? But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy, oh yes, meow, you know? You know, you cheeky devils." Oh, shit. Breaking things. Where was I? Kiara, how you doing? Paladari, hello, you wonderful individual. Oh, my lordy.
Panda to it.
My spouse wanted to try some kinky fish / fisherman role play tonight.
Interesting.
I'm hooked.
God damn it. Fish fingers. Jesus Christ, rather. Do not enable this shit. Thank you very much, Sebastian, for the 100 little panda rings. Dear Lord. You got him hook, line, and sinker. Oh, my soul. My soul. God damn it. Things are making noises. I don't know what's going on. Sexy Silver Star, how you doing, you beautiful individual? Milky Pork, hope you had a lovely weekend. I had a great weekend. I got told off quite a few times because I was working.
Panda to it.
Did you hear about the fire in the shoe factory? 10,000 souls were lost. The police said some heels started it.
Come on. I don't have the capacity to defend myself. He definitely took the bait. Oh, jeez. No. It wounds me. Oh, God damn it. God. Thank you very much for the 100 little panda. God damn it. I can't. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Why am I here? What am I doing? What was I doing? What was I doing moments ago? Saying hi to people, that's what I was doing. Astro Tara John, how you doing, you beautiful bean? Prags, you cheeky level. Can't say no. Thank you very much for popping by and saying hi. I appreciate it. Shade and Sunshine, welcome on in. How's it going? How you doing? Milky Bog, of course. You think I could turn the fire on? I would try. Flutter my eyelashes. Get it all hot under the collar. Arrays, hello, you beautiful individual. How you doing? How's it going? Would sock me to it? Would sock it to me be any better? No, definitely wouldn't have been. Not under any circumstances. Classic Gary, how you doing? Hello to my fellow sensual Muppets. I am a sensual Muppet. It's very, very true. This weekend, I reached level 15 in organizing events across the world. Organizing what kind of events? What you've been organizing? I'm an event organizer. I love hearing about events. Tell me about... I tell you what, Zabadian. Don't tell me about any more dad jokes and instead tell me about the events. Unless they're about events, about dad jokes. Because then that would ruin everything.
Panda to it!
An earthquake knocked my shoes off. Then came the after socks.
That is weak. Weak. God damn it, Milky Pork. Weak. I tell you, weak. God damn it. Thank you very much, 100 little panda rings. Soil sounds like they do dirty sounding songs. I mean, it's got a bit of a dirty sound to it, I have to say. Not like that, though. God damn it.
You subscribed. Most kind.
Zabadian 5 tier 3s. You think that dog defeated him? Oh my fucking god, Dapper 5 tier 3s. You've been playing Organizer? Great game. Love to hear it. That's what you mean by events. I get you. I understand. 5 tier 3s though, Zabadian. Don't know. You don't get to do that, Zabadian.
Panda to my
all right?
ego. Panda to it.
Many people don't know the difference between the words tortoise and turtle. A tortios is a slow-moving dome-shelled herbivorous land animal,
Panda
while
to
the turtle
it.
is what your bill adds up to in Hull. BELs.
That's Razotter, that's really good. That's actually really good. That was really good, Razotter. I appreciate that one. How's it going, Rach?
If artists wear Skechers, do linguists wear Converse?
Oh no! It just hurts me. No. This time we try to come in with a kill with the gift subs. Yeah, and not only that, Sembar, but he comes in, he throws me under the bus with all the fucking dad jokes, all right, then gives 5 tier 3s, and then answers my question like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. Just straight up, just like, yeah, now I was playing Organizer. I'm like, no. No! What the fuck? No! 5 tier 3s, Zabadian. Oh my fuck, thank you so much. God. Let me inscribe their names upon the tiny little tier 3 mirror of Vayne. 1. Renar's in there. Seeing you, Renar. How you doing? 2. 3. I think I'm going to run out of space on this mirror. I have to buy a new tier 3 mirror. I am. Jesus. Boo-boo. Oh, I got a leaky pen.
Hand it to my ego. Panda to it.
Choo choo.
No. No.
Yeah, you subscribed. Most kind.
No, we didn't start on level 6. What the fuck? I got a leaky pen. And now I've just got gold ink all over my my desk apparently.
Yeah, you subscribed. Most kind.
Oh, it's choo-choo time. Cake choo-choo.
Wait, I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing there. Don't know what you're talking about. Not, nope. Don't know what you're saying. That isn't a thing. Nope. Nope.
Pander to my ego. Pander to it. Pander to it.
I just read through 6 pages in a dictionary. I learned next to nothing.
Cut. You wound me. You wound me. Bits and looks, you beautiful beans.
Yeah, you subscribed.
And Eric, you cheeky devil.
A bus station is where bus stops. A train station where a train stops. I have workstation at the office.
God damn it, Eric. God damn it. Your names have been inscribed upon the mirror vein by having your names upon the mirror vein.
Pander to my ego. Pander to it.
2
Pander
seconds,
to
2 seconds.
it.
I went to the shop the other day to buy 6 cans of Sprite. It was only when I got home that I realized I had picked 7 up.
No. It wounds me. No. No. What? No. Ah, the soul. Oh. Oh.
Filthy, I
They're
tell
just
you.
they're just cleaning each other.
Filthy.
They are just cleaning each other. Jamja, you know better. They're just cleaning each other. God damn it. Oh my fucking god. What?
Pander to my ego. Pander to it. Pander to it.
But can you tell us what a surfer and turd are in Hull?
I can, yeah. A surfer is one of these things over here. You know, big surfer that you put in your living room. And a turd is like a frog, but, you know, a bit more warty. No worries, Nauseum. You take it easy, you beautiful bean. You know, surfer and a turd. Sometimes, if I had a pet turd, I'd sit with my turd and I'd stroke it while sitting on the surfer. You know. By having your names upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat for cheeky little devils. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. And those 5 people who were very kindly gifted us subs from Zabadian for tier 3.
Pander to my ego. Pander to it. Pander to it.
Oh. It's time for an impromptu erection, huh? Well, you all know what this means, right? Stroke it, tug it, give it lots of love, maybe even lick and kiss it. Oh wait, the kisses from Valen are channel points. And don't forget to share the knowledge with Valen, such as: what did the first sock say to the second sock in the dryer? I'll see you next time around. What did the hat say to the sock? I'll go on ahead, you go on foot.
Oh, Astra, no, it's got, it's a fucking level 7 hype train. It started at level 6, friends. And it's a bloody Monday. And I'm too sleepy for this shit. Too tired. Too goddamn sleepy for this.
Pander to my ego.
No.
Pander to it. Pander to it.
What's the best way to defeat your opponent? Cut off their legs.
To defeat your opponent.
Yeah,
Oh,
subscribe.
no,
Most
boo. Boo.
Colo told me to make sure to tell you I said this in chat whilst discussing dice. And if Balan is playing, we need to roll a dirt ihedron for action and a horn ihedron for effect. Oh, look, a button.
I'll happily take that. I'll happily take that, Kosher. I'll happily take that. Coming in for the 46 months. 46. Dear Lord, Kershaw. Dear Lord. I should inscribe your name on the mirror vein as well. 46 months, Kershaw. Good Lord. I hope Cola's doing well. I haven't spoken to Cola in a little while. I need to send her a message. You beautiful bean. Oh, my lordy. Right. What? Huh? Oh, okay. I have inscribed your names upon the mirror vein. If you've been gifted a sub, please say a massive thank you to the person that gifted that sub to you. I really appreciate that. By having your names upon the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devils. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. Those 5 people that have been very kindly gifted subs from Zabadian. No more interruptions.
Not to brag, but made 6 figures this year. They named me the worst employee at the toy factory.
Yeah, you subscribed. Most
Oh
kind.
my god. God damn it, Zabadian.
Semi-triumphant, hair-colored and courses being passy.
Yes! Huzzah, Voodoo! Huzzah! We love semi-triumphant. It's halfway towards fully triumphant. We love it. We love it. And also, friends, if you have got hype train emotes, could you please throw them out now, saying a massive, massive thank you to all those people that subbed, gifted subs through all those little bitties out. That's so fucking kind of you, friends. That is so unbelievably fucking kind of you. And while I'm in a state of delirium as well. God damn it. Voodoo Valentine. Okay, right. As I've been trying to say for the past 5 minutes, I have inscribed your names on the mirror vein. By having your name on the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not bum Snapchat. Of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing, all the sexy little emotes for those 5 people that have been very kindly gifted tier 3 subs by Zabadian. Also get access to the tier 2 tier 2 Pokemon emotes with my face on them, and the tier 3 cursed emotes. But the most important thing is you tier 1s, you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But goddamn, do I make rough look good? And you tier 3s have got to go, God, I wish they'd bring around clothing. Because if somebody says go fuck yourself, I want to go do it literally. And all of you need to go, ooh, sexy, ooh, yes, meow, you know? You know? Good Lord, friends. Good fucking Lord.
Hand it to my ego. Hand it to it. Hand it
no
to
more.
it.
It's
I
gone.
once tried to steal Balan's blood, but it was all in vain.
No.
Winking and tongue-poking smiling.
No. No, Eric. Don't do this to me, Eric. Don't do this to me. Abyss Carrot, welcome on it. God damn. Why? Of all of the first thing you say, Abyss Carrot, the first thing you say, the first thing you do in this entire community is throw out the cheeky vowels, which is the cheeky girls with my face on them. The fucking cheeky vowels. Meow and Uwu Oni-chan. Fucking hell. Welcome on in, Abyss. How you doing, you beautiful bean? Razon, no. What is this? What is this? What is this with what is it? It's a bloody Monday. I'm very sleepy. What is going on here? Oh my good Lord. Dear fucking Lord, friends. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for those fucking subs, the gifted subs, Abadian. Jesus Christ. And all those little bees. That is very, very kind of you. That is very, very... For a fucking January as well. That is very, very kind of you. I really appreciate that. God damn it. You little... Oh, blame Zabadian for the sub. I absolutely do. I absolutely do, Abyss Carrot. I absolutely bloody do. I was saying hi to people. I haven't even said hello to everybody yet. What was I even saying? What was I doing? What was happening? What was going on? I don't even know anymore. I don't even... God, whoever did all of this. You bastards. Fucking bastards. Why did that one not appear? Shade and Sunshine. Why is that one not appeared? I'll read it out because apparently Firebot can't deal with the puns. Oh, wait, there it is.
Hand to it.
Two wind turbines are chatting on a wind farm. One asks the other, what sort of music are you into? The other replies, I'm a big metal fan.
Oh, no, no, no. No, no. Oh, it wounds me. I have taken 28 points of psychic damage today. All right, in the last 37 minutes. You shits. You bloody shits. All right. Oh. I was saying hi to. Hi, Alexander Griffin. Can I please get a shout out for Hey, Alexander Griffin, please? I'd really appreciate it. Please, darling moderators. I was saying hello to everybody. I got up to nowhere near anywhere near anything. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. So it sounds like you do day things. They do day things. Frankie D, how you doing? How's it going? Here, I thought they'd sold you for spare parts over the Cyberpunk weekend. They could well have done, to be honest with you, Sembar, because, you know, most of my internal organs are pickled. Speaking of Cyberpunk, my dear friend, Hey Alexander Griffin has been playing Cyberpunk, and you should go check them out. I'm going to tell you all about the game that I've been playing in Cyberpunk, and we can talk about that in a bit. But you should go check out my dear friend Hey Alexander Griffin, because they're wonderful and glorious, and they play story games that make them cry. So if you're a person that enjoys watching somebody cry in the most wholesome of varieties, go check out Hey Alexander Griffin. Go do the thing. Go do the thing. You know, One Soul Song, my lad met them last year, so they're playing Asylum this year. Yes, they are. Yes, they are, Zooey Booey, because there's a good chance I'll be getting tickets myself. Can't give a duck. How you doing? Found out there was a guy who was admitted to the local hospital because they kept eating Scrabble letters. The doctors say that he hasn't had many vowel movements, but the next one he has could spell disaster because he's consonantly in pain. The poor man. God damn it. God damn it. Can't give a duck. Jesus Christ. Cat Paws, how you doing? How's it going? We redheads are amazing. Yeah, I've got a lot of love and time for redheads. Absolutely. How you doing, Alexander Griffin? How's it going, you beautiful individual? You also know a lot of amazing redheads. Yes. Amazing. Lunacorn, how you doing, you beautiful individual? Welcome on in. Wild Squeak did a cosplay as a redhead for a few years. Yeah, exactly. Why not? Why not, right? How was the Cyberpunk TPRPG? Alexander Griffin, you don't even fucking understand. You don't even understand. It was so good. As I have just mentioned, stop. Right. First of all, that can be muted. How's best to do this? I'll do it in a minute. Let me catch up with chat first. But yeah, it was fucking sensational. Really, really good. But I have had nowhere near enough sleep. Nowhere near enough sleep. Good lord. I'm gonna try and whip down a wee bit because I'm so fucking far behind in chat because you people have been chaotic as shit. Chaotic as shit. Lux, hello, you beautiful individual. Humans are fish. We were at one stage, for sure. For sure, we were at one stage. Why I'm fascinated with water. Pseudoopolis, hello, you cheeky devil. Dear dog, hope you had fun this weekend. Nerds Unite. There was a lot of nerding going on. There was a hell of a lot of nerding going on. Lots of dice, lots of math rocks rolling, and brains working. Do you know what I mean? But we'll get there, but it'll take about half an hour. Yeah, I will. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it took me longer than half an hour, to be quite honest with you. My friend's drag debut went super well. There's a video that I won't share of me on top of the bar with her singing Sweet Caroline. That's amazing, Nauseum. I'm really glad you had a fucking wonderful weekend, for sure. Love to see it. Rach, hello, you beautiful individual. How's it going, you cheeky devil? Renard, you beautiful individual. Thank you very much for thanking Zabadi in there. I appreciate that. Saw an amazingly shitty movie about earthquakes today. It was called San Andreas Megaquake. 1 out of 10. Do not recommend. Terrific bad movie. I can't do the bad movies. I struggle. It's probably because in exactly the same way is the reason why I struggle with dad jokes, because they make me cringe, and I don't like to feel cringy. I don't like to do it. I don't like to do it. Stacey wears Converse. I know the card. Why? Why would you back up the puns?
Why did the Netrunner go see an exorcist? They had demons in their head.
Oh, that's a really good one because it's nerdy. And it only makes sense if you understand the world of cyberpunk. Oh. God damn it, Milky Pop. Thank you very much, 100 little panderings. It upsets me that I got it. It upsets me that I got it. What in the name of Bartholomew Jones is these emotes? So one's a party goblin, party troll. Then there's my face on Toad. Then there's Cardboard Valen, which is the cardboard cutout of me with giant googly eyes. Then there is a drawing that I did on MS Paint when I was pissed out my face on one of my birthday celebrations. Then there's a 10 pence. And the reason why is because the 10 pence goes well with the 5 pence emote, so that when we are playing a scary game, when we're playing a horror game, we can do the emotes going, my asshole is going 5p 10p, 5p 10p, 5p 10p, 5p 10p. There you go. That's the explanation for those emotes. The ones you were doing above, there's a close-up of my face with an adamant stripe over me because I was talking about a story where I got threatened and I immediately escalated to a thrifty bumming. And another one where it's somebody punching an orange. What more do you need? What more do you need, right? Exactly. 5p 10p, 5p 10p, 5p 10p, right? I could describe the events in more detail, but that would be breaking terms of service. I got you, Zavadian, playing Organize, you cheeky little devil. Buy a new mirror on reflection. That's a good idea. No, buy a new bloody pen. God damn it. God damn it, Dapper Cogsworth. Jesus Christ. It's something you'll learn about me. I'm insufferable pen nerd. Oh, these are just gold Sharpies. Just gold Sharpies. Only I'm going to have to take some fucking nail varnish remover to my my desk now, because it has leaked fucking everywhere. And inked himself. It happens to the best of us. Immediately, as you said that, as I read that, Pseudoopolis, all I saw was the scene from Finding Nemo, where it was just like, oh, you guys made me ink. That's where my brain went immediately, all right? His pen is a mess. It's absolutely messing up everybody's name. Can't help yourself, all right? That's the way it works. This is my favorite thing. What, causing me pain, Alexander Griffin? Causing me pain and anguish? Anguish of my very soul? Is that what you enjoy? Is that what's happening there, right? Damn, they make Ruff look good. They certainly bloody do. They certainly bloody do. That's the way it works. Absolutely. That deserves an award. How dare you? Do not encourage this. Do not enable this shit, all right? It's not the way it works. No worries, one to scribble. You lurk away, you cheeky little devil. How you doing? Astra, hello, you cheeky devil. Jam Jar, welcome on in. How's it going? I'm not tired enough not to do my makeup though. No, not that tired. Do you know what? I'm wearing makeup because I'm so fucking tired. For those people that may have just joined us, I've been away since Friday, and I literally got back at like lunchtime today. So I've been away for like 3 days, and I have had 12 hours sleep in those 3 days because me and my friends were gaming. We were doing some tabletop roleplay stuff, but the tabletop roleplay games, because we tend to do things pretty intensely, went from like 6 p.m. till 4 a.m. 7 p.m. till 4 a.m. Which is fine for all of them because they are like normal people who are like, cool, I'm going to go to sleep at 4 a.m. and I won't get up till 12 noon. For me, because of the way that my body works, my body goes, your body clock gets up at 8:30 every morning. You're going to get up at 8:30 every morning. Between 8 and 8:30 every morning. So I go to bed at 4. Presuming I go to sleep immediately, which I definitely didn't, I would get 4 to 4.5 hours sleep every night, and then do the same thing again afterwards. All right. I struggle. I struggle. The delirium is strong, you know? So yeah, I've not had much sleep. And then I spend a lot of my mornings pottering around, tidying up, and doing work, and then being told when they woke up and came down for breakfast, I was then told off for doing work. Because he was like, no, this is a holiday. And I'm like, but I was busy. You were all asleep. I was awake and I'm doing some stuff now. Now you're playing fucking table tennis, and I could just do a couple of little things. Do you know what I mean? It's all right. It's okay. They're not normal people. They just know me. Won't keep me up till 4 a.m. just because they'll know they'll be able to sleep and I won't. Is that the way it works? Rude. But yeah, the reason why I did my makeup, because I was very, very close to just being like, I'm just going to go to sleep tonight because I'm so fucking tired. But I was like, no, I'm going to stream. I'm going to do the fucking stream. I'm going to stream. I'm going to do the thing. I'm going to log on. I'm going to press go live. And we're going to stream. I'm glad I did because this is chaos. But yeah, I was like, right, I need to be at least visually presentable, even if my brain is turning into grey matter jam and leaking out my ears, you know? Yeah, I know. What did the policeman say to his belly? I got you under a vest. Oh, Dapper Cogsworth, no. Weak, I tell you. Weak. God damn it. Look at the pretty bear you got. Look at that pretty bear you got, Eric. Good Lord. Sleepy here? Yeah, I'm real sleepy. I'm real tired. It's fine. It's all right. It's no problem. I will just sleep well tonight. All right. When I go to bed, I will probably my head will hit the pillow and I will go into instant coma. And that'll be me. That'll be me for a little while. I don't think that Fallen is going to get my joke. Do you think Valen's going to get my joke? I don't have enough money for bits. It was a good joke. No, I got it. Can't give a duck. I got it. You're good. It's all right. It's okay. It's fine. It's one of them things. Do you know what I mean? Right. Bear, are you still here? Are you still here, you cheeky devil? Right, okay, I'm 12 minutes behind in chat. Astra, I'll do that one in a minute, okay? Gonna pat myself on the back for making a triple pun. You did, Eric. You got there. I are here. Friends, 36 minutes ago, just after I started stream, SI3D Printing, aka Bear, redeemed Vanity promo, which means I need to tell you all about something that I do. I am going to tell you about the fact that I have a variety, and you have waited very patiently. Well done. Well done, you. Well done. Well done, you. Well done for you being so patient. You did so well. So well sitting on your hands and definitely not touching yourself inappropriately. Right? Yeah. Something I haven't actually promoted in quite a while. Friends, I have shitloads of social medias. If you are on a social media platform, there's a good chance that I am on that platform too, because I am on pretty much all of the social medias. So if you would like to search for me and you would like to check out the content that I put on other social media platforms, then please do so. Search Valen Vane. I am Valen Vane everywhere apart from YouTube. YouTube, it's Thurston Vanity. So if you would like to check me out on other social medias, you are very, very welcome to do so. Please come say hi. That is a really, really fun way. Oh, really fun way. A good way that you can support me while not spending any money. If you would like to support content creators without spending your money, which you are fully encouraged to do so because it doesn't cost you anything and I really appreciate it, then please follow the people on social media, different social medias. It really helps them out. It genuinely really helps them out. I've been making like a press deck like for sponsorships and stuff like that while I was away, and like the metrics are always really, really important. So if you would like to support me or any other content creator without spending any money, a great way to do it is to follow us on other social medias and interact with the stuff that we do. Do you know what I mean? God damn it, Nibbering! Hello, you beautiful bean. God damn it! So yeah, please check us out on other social media. I appreciate that. There is your vanity promo. Faye Goth, I'm going to do this now and then I'll come back to Astros in a minute. Flaming cheeky kisses in front of all these people. There you go. There you go, you cheeky little devil. I just worried that worried chat wouldn't show all the messages by the time you got there, which is entirely understandable. Can't give a duck. But you know, this is the way these things go. I try my best to keep up with chat, but we all know it doesn't always happen. We all know it doesn't always happen. Chaos and shenanigans and preposterousness, do you know what I mean? A thrifty bumming. Did you hear that right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, fucking hell. All right, Trunackers. So, the situation was about, fucking hell, 10 years ago? Fucking hell, it was 10 years ago. It was a decade ago. I am behind again. Of course I'm behind. Of course I am. Of course I am, Niverin. About 10 years ago, I was in Whitby, which is the where Bram Stoker's Dracula was based. I was in Whitby for Halloween, and I had gone out on a night out in Whitby for Halloween, and I was really, really annoyed because I am used to parties. I'm used to partying all night fucking long. So when all of these bars started closing at like midnight, I was like, why have none of them got a late license? Why are none of them going through till like 3 or 4 in the morning? They would make so much fucking money if they just went through till 4 in the morning. What the actual fuck? Anyway, I was dressed like Beetlejuice in a 3-piece homemade Beetlejuice cosplay with my hair back combed to fuck, great fucking makeup, looking excellent. I looked absolutely fantastic, and for the entire night I was like, hey, how you doing? How's it going? Hey, come on now. We just want to drink a little vodka. What's the matter here? Hey, come on now. I'm just trying to have a good time. You want to dance? We dance. I really like to dance, as you know. You know, like I was going full in character for the entire fucking night. All right, fucked my voice. It was great. Okay. You want a town with a history of vampires to stay open after midnight? Abso-fucking-lutely. Too fucking right I do. It was going to be great. Anyway, I was walking back because I'd stayed out later than the people I was with, as I am known to do. I stayed out very, very late, and I was walking back from the night out to our accommodation, okay? And for those people that have not been, it's okay, there are vampires, not gremlins, exactly, right? For those people that have not been to Whitby before, Whitby is like a dockside town in the UK, lots of historic buildings. The streets are ridiculously thin. The vast majority of them, you couldn't even get a car down, never mind anything else. They're all like little alleys and stuff like that. You get like the main roads, but the main roads are like suitable for 1 car width. And you might get like there's a lot of one-way systems because of how rickety and windy, and there's lots of hills and stuff, so it's a very windy, rickety kind of town. Beautiful, absolutely fucking stunning, but it is like lots and lots of back alleys. So I was walking back from this nightclub down to the accommodation, and I was going down this alley, and in this alley there was a young lady who was in like looking in a shop window by herself in like a pink leopard print leotard. Okay. And I was like, hey, are you all right? And she was like, oh yeah, I'm fine. I'm just waiting some friends. And I was like, sweet. Do you mind if I wait with you? Just because this is a dark, sketchy alley, and I would hate for something to happen to you. Like I'm happy to stay over here or what have you, but do you mind if I just wait with you until your friends get back or what have you? Just so that I can know that you're safe. Is that okay with you? And she was like, yeah, not a problem. We ended up having a good conversation, a nice little chat. A couple of people walked by, all dressed up, all to the nines. A guy walked by in a full Centurion outfit with a light-up belt that said Maximus. And I was like, in a full Centurion outfit, Minimus. Whimsy. And it was all fun and games. It was all shits and giggles. It wasn't really any kind of problem by any stretch of the imagination. Okay, cool. And then after about half an hour of me stood talking to this young lady and random passers-by and what have you, a guy came over wearing no costume. He was just wearing his own clothes. On Halloween, everybody else had been dressed up, but this was the first guy I'd seen all night that wasn't wearing some kind of fancy dress outfit. And he came over to me and he said, the fuck you doing with my girlfriend? To which my response, because I'm a sassy bastard, was not leaving her alone in a dark alley. Just throwing it out there like a condom in an orgy. I can't quite remember, because I've been drinking a lot. I can't quite remember what the interchange of conversation was. But whatever it was, he got really angry. He got really, really angry. And he grabbed me by my Beetlejuice lapels, like fully. He was a big lad. He grabbed me by the lapels of my jacket, got right up in my face, and was like, "I'm gonna fuck you up, sunshine. I'm gonna fuck you up." Now, most normal, logical people would respond to this aggression by either fight or flight, you know, get aggressive, get fucking angry, or run the fuck away, or what have you. I didn't. My response was to look him dead in the eye and go, "I'm gonna bum you." And he was like, "What? What?" And I was like, "I'm gonna bum you. Not because I want to, but out of principle. I'm gonna give you a thrifty bumming." To which he immediately dropped my lapels and was like, turned to his girlfriend and was like, "We need to leave. Like, come on, let's get out of here." And I was just like, and that was the day that I realized that was that Kershaw, that emote comes from the first time I told this story on stream. That was the day that I realized that if you escalate to a bumming, then you don't, because I'm not a fighter. I couldn't fight for shit. Look at me. I'm a runt of a human being. There was no way, shape, or form I am getting in a fight. Do you know what I mean? But if you escalate to a bumming, to a thrifty bumming, instantly, people question it. And I know that this works. I know that this works because about fucking 8 months later, a year later, maybe even 18 months. What is a bumming? A good old seeing to round the backside. Round the backside. A good old seeing to. The thing that most alpha males fear. The thing that alpha males fear more than anything. A thrifty bumming. So words, Val, words. Yeah, so I know that this works because and I don't do it often because I don't like to threaten people. I don't like to threaten people at all, but I don't like to, like, for me, it's about absolutely get out of this situation as quickly as possible. And the quickest way to do that is to threaten somebody with a bumming, apparently. So there was a situation about a fucking year later, 18 months later, something like that, I don't know, a very, very long time later, where I was in a nightclub and I was buying drinks for everybody, as I am known to do. I was feeling particularly fucking bougie and I was just like, "Fucking drinks, let's go, it's all fine and dandy." And there was a guy stood next to me and I bought him a drink. And I was like, "There's your drink." And he was like, "Oh, thank you very much." And I was like, "No worries." And he was like, "You don't remember me, do you?" And I was like, "No, should I remember you?" And he was like, "About 2-3 months ago, you threatened to bum me." And I was like, "Okay, were you being a dickhead?" And he was like, "I was being a bit of a dickhead, yeah." And I was like, "Well, there you go then." And he was like, "Do you know what the weird thing is? There was 9, because this was a fucking big bloke, whoa, big mountain of a man." And he was like, "There was 95% of me that was absolutely sure I was going to kick the living fuck out of you. But there was 5% of me that really, really didn't want to get bummed." And I was like, then it did its job. It did its job. I didn't want to get in a fight. Very easy way to get out of it is to make you think, I don't want to get in this fight either. Win-win. Win-win for all intensive purposes. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so that is the whole story behind the thrifty bumming. I'm gonna bum you, not because I want to, but out of principle. Because you're in my face and I want you to fuck off. You know? Obviously, and I feel like it doesn't need to be fucking said, but I will say it anyway, so because this is the internet. For those people that don't know, I would never ever fucking do that. I am very much a pacifistic individual. I am not a violent person in any way, shape, or form, and I definitely would never ever under any fucking circumstances get to a point where I'm about to fucking essay somebody. All right. The entire purpose of this, I feel like I feel like I need to disclaimer this. The entire purpose of this situation is I felt threatened. I am not a fighter. I was going to get the living shit kicked out of me. So I was like, right, what can I do to get out of this situation as quickly as possible? So I prey upon the one weakness that aggro men usually have, which is the fear of a bumming. Okay? So I just want everyone to be aware that that is the purpose. That was the scenario behind it. There is the disclaimer to it. Okay? Just... my fight or flight response is kinky verbals. Yeah, basically, yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I would be shit in a fight. I would be very, very bad in a fight. Very bad. It would not go well. So it's like, okay, how do I get out of this as quickly as possible? I know. I know. Gosmoth, you beautiful bean, coming in with a brand new sub. I appreciate you. Excuse me. I shall now inscribe your name on the Mirror Vein with a brand new subscription, taking us out one step closer to the 60-40 split this month. TTV Gothmall. Your name is now inscribed on the Mirror Vein. By having your name on the Mirror Vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, do I look rough? We go, damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, me. Yeah, you know? Oh, thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. No naps. Razotter, I cannot nap. I am a person that cannot nap. I will try and nap. I will go to bed. I will lie down. I will close my eyes. And then I will lie there with eyes closed, being like, I'm bored shitless. Cannot nap under any circumstances. Alas, you know. You can't be normal because they're friends with you. Got to be a bit weird for that. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. For sure. For sure. Astrachaeus, you are here. Astrachaeus. Well, now that we've exploded all of on like this, like a leaky pen. It was going to be a longer word. No. Time to get a good old stare deep into our souls. You're addicted. You're addicted, Astra. You're addicted. You're addicted. Good Lord. Look at you coming over here, getting all close and personal. Waiting 27 minutes to get all close and personal with my bloody exhausted face. Bloody exhausted. I'm very tired. Very sleepy individual. Good Lord, what do you like? You said good. Addicted to this ridiculous beautifulness that is my visage. Oh. You know? Yeah, no, you cheeky little devil. Oh, right. Where the fuck was I? What was I doing? What was I talking about? I don't even fucking know anymore. Van has all the socials. I do have all the socials. Zabadian, I don't know if you're still here, Zabadian, or not, but go sleep, you beautiful being. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for your unbelievable kindness once again. Sir Didymus, welcome on in, you cheeky little devil. How you doing? What is the difference between a dirty bus stop and a lobster with breast implants? One's a crusty bus station and the other is a busty crust station. God damn it, Lux. God damn it. It's okay if the vampires should not gremlins. Exactly, Kerjo. Perfect, you right? I feel like giving them vodka after midnight would cover all bases. Getting wet and feeding them after midnight and seeing bright lights when they fall over. Do you know what? Actually, that's a very good point, Kerjo. That's probably the reason why I do so well on vodka, to be honest with you. I thought for sure he was going to say he kissed them. No, definitely not, Sir Didymus. I wouldn't kiss anybody without consent. I wouldn't, to be fair, I wouldn't do fucking anything without consent. However, I will threaten people if they get up in my business. All right? Yeah, now. If it works, absolutely. Shade and sunshine. It's all about that. Does it work? There will probably be a day at some stage where and I haven't done it in years because I haven't been in like an aggressive situation like that in years. But where something like that will come up and I will be like, oh my God. And they'll be like, all right, game on. I'll be like, ooh, okay. Now a game of chicken now, you know. Creature of pure magic. Classic Gary. Do not enable the mods. Do not enable these moderators, the cheeky devils that they are. Short circuits people because they're not expecting it. Absolutely. Looks, so normally, like, obviously that's an extreme circumstance. That is an absolutely extreme circumstance when somebody is like getting up in my fucking business. All right. But one of the reasons why I'm so colorful with my insults, and I don't, obviously I'm not a fucking bully. I don't just throw insults out at fucking people. But if I, like, if somebody is, like, throwing insults at me or my friends or what have you, and I feel that need to be defensive, to my justice complex kicks in, you know, I have found the most effective way to get into those situations and diffuse them as quickly as possible is be creative with your insults. If I call somebody a fucker or a dickhead or a bitch or something like that, then people are so used to those. People are so unbelievably used to, oh, you fucking dickhead, oh, you bitch, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Whereas if you turn around and go, listen, you syphilitic scrotal what? People go, what? What? Did you just call me a scrotal what? A syphilitic scrotal what? You know? That momentary pause that just short circuits the brain a little bit. They're just like, oh shit, I gotta. That was not. Why did he not call me a shithead? That was all I was expecting. But what? Do you know what I mean? Sort of me, sort of you, sort of for everybody. Exactly. Sex with me, sex for you, sex for everybody in the room. How's it going, Patterson? How you doing, you cheeky devil? Welcome on in. Going to push for the comeback of anti-buggery laws? Absolutely. For sure. One person loves another person. Consensually exploring. Yeah, exactly. I think it was just clarification there for sure. It wasn't that guy, Razor. It was a different bloke. It was a different guy at the nightclub. You know? Someone ends up on the ground. There's a 5% might be possible. Not a chance. I mean, it wouldn't, because I would fail at the fighting. Do you know what I mean? I know full well that they are well and truly empty threats. There's a big muscular cat and you sprayed him with water bottle. I'll do the finger stab to defend myself. Exactly. Don't like it. What if someone asks you consensually to be rough? Then I'm game on. If I'm consenting and they're consenting, you know it, Fagoth. You know it. It was a beautiful escape and a lesson to teach somebody. It just makes people think, Kerjo. And when it comes to like people getting aggro over stupid shit, I'm all about making them think. Right? And what are you feeling? It wasn't water in the spray bottle, but asparagus pea. Oh my god, the worst. Valorant night out, I'm gonna Bumia mode or Meerkat mode. It's a treat each time. Yeah, absolutely. Meerkat mode is where I'm out, and KQ Rach does exactly the same thing. Out on a night out, dancing away, having a good time, no fucking issue. But we see usually some misogyny going on. We see misogyny going on out the corner of our eye, and we're like dancing away, and we're just like. You know? Just in case. And there's definitely been situations where I get involved because I can't help myself. Even though I am fucking pacifistic, even though I would not get in fucking fights and shit like that, I will absolutely step in between a guy being a fucking dickhead and anybody else. Because my justice complex will absolutely do that. The amount of times that I like lean around somebody and just turn, usually, and this is a stereotypical situation, but it happens quite a lot. I'll be out on a night out, it'll be all fine and dandy, dancing away, all shits and giggles. I'll see usually a cisgender guy harassing a woman, and I will lean around the guy and be like, "Are you all right?" Because I'm not going to get involved and fucking white knight somebody if they don't need the help. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to do that. That's not what I am. Because that can be just as patronizing as whatever this fucking dude is doing. But I will absolutely just check in and be like, are you okay? Do you need assistance? And if they're like, no, we're great, that's fine, dandy, I'm like, cool, no worries, that's great. I'll keep an eye, just to be 100% sure.
Panda to Mago, panda to it, panda to it.
You know?
I try and diffuse situations with Italian food, though I am a bit of a pastafist.
I hate you, Milky Bock. I hate you. What am I drinking at the moment? Wasser. I'm drinking water at the moment. I have drank an awful lot of tea both this weekend and today. So yeah, I'm on the water now, trying to rehydrate myself. So yeah, I'll just lean around and be like, are you all right? Are you okay? And if they're like, I'm cool, I'm like, cool, no worries. And I'll just keep an eye on what have you. If they're like, I'm like, cool, I'm gonna step in. And just be like, how's it going? That's great. That's grand, dandy. Do you know what I mean? Go get a beer. I don't fancy a beer. I've been drinking over the weekend, so I don't fancy a beer. I'm good. The ad hit right on the meow. Love that. Can relate. I was stuck in a fight. Only one I've ever been in was primary school and got a concussion. Not because of anything the boy did. The boy it was with did. But because I tried to kick them, missed, and fell backwards, smacking my head off the floor. I think it really says everything about my fighting abilities. I'm very similar. Fuck Twitch and not being able to opt out of horror movie yet. Do you know what? It's really bad, Simba. That shit is really fucking bad. It annoys me. It annoys the fuck out of me because I love a good horror movie. I absolutely love a good horror movie, but I know there are a massive amount of fucking people out there that don't. Twitch, and do you know what? I'm even going to go so far as to say every social media platform. Every social media platform doesn't seem to have any kind of dynamic of like being able to opt in or out of adverts, and therefore there could be stuff that is fucking horrific for you. And it happens. Do you know what blew me away with it was I was sat with somebody and her kid, and we were watching a YouTube video, and it was a YouTube video of somebody playing The Sims. All right, it wasn't like an over-the-top fucking like horror game or anything like that. It was just playing The Sims. And in one of the ad breaks, it came on with like a pretty fucking freaky. I think it was like an advert for The Nun or something like that, which I don't really give a shit about. The person I was with didn't really give a shit about, but the kid who was like fucking 9 at the time, I'm like, that's gonna give him fucking nightmares. That's gonna give him fucking nightmares. What the actual fuck? Will somebody think of the children? No, we never say that, because then I truly believe that it's like, will somebody think of the children is immediate grounds for get your internet search history immediately searched. Because don't trust anybody that ever says, will somebody think of the children? But I will say that regardless of that, it's like the horror movie side of things. It's like, yeah, if it's like late night TV, or you're watching something that is, if you are watching somebody do playthroughs of horror games, completely understand why there would be horror movie adverts. Completely understand. It's like, yeah, fair enough. It's okay. You're in that sort of category. But when I'm like sat here chatting shit, and then suddenly somebody gets fucking thrown feet first into a horror movie thing that might fuck them up or might give them nightmares or might, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not okay. It's just not fucking okay. Do you know what I mean? God damn it. Alexander Devonport. Can I get a shout out for Alexander Devonport, please? I appreciate that. Hello, Valen. Nice to see you. How you doing, you beautiful individual? It's been a hard few months. Thanks for your advice recently. You are very, very welcome, Alexander. You are very welcome, friend. You're a beautiful, wonderful human being, and I appreciate you a lot. People go check out my dear friend, Alexander Devonport. Glorious, glorious artist and a fucking hilarious individual with a very surreal sense of humor. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful being, you know? Kidnap occasionally, but sometimes get too interested in stuff and the health just goes, no, we won't let you. I can't do it ever. Something about a monkey, I think it's a movie, and it's actually clicked away from the tab for it after muting it. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not fucking surprised, Senpai. It's so out of order. Hate that for you. Yeah, it's fucking awful. You know. Thankfully, most companies don't seem to advertise in South Africa, at least on Twitch. Yeah. Well, I know that there's certain countries in the world that you're not allowed to advertise on social media in the way that they do in the thingy, but it's still, it's one of those things. It's one of those really fucking annoying things where it's like, would you, like, I feel like we as creators should be able to opt in or opt out of genres of adverts. You know what I mean?
Hey, Valen.
Hey.
Snow here sucked. I think it's due to global warming. That being said, global warming is terrible for people who live in igloos. There'll be no privacy.
They'll have no privacy. I mean, global warming sucks for all of us. You're a papa. But yeah. Thank you very much for 100 little panderings. I appreciate that. Done the movie next week? Yeah, go for it, Kiara. Go for it. You're enjoying your movie times. All fun and games. I'm going to say that too often, someone will go, ooh, yes, please. Every so often, but actually nobody ever has. But I suppose when somebody is that angry that they're getting actively aggressive with me, they're not in that state of mind, you know. Calling someone a scrote and they think they know what it means. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. If you see Val and I on a night out go into meerkat mode, and then move in unison, it's normally due to a problematic person. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And there was definitely situations where, like, you should be like, stop. Max Wattage coming in for the 73 months. Good Lord. Good Lord. Oh, thank you very much for the 73 months at tier 2. Jeezy crazy. Good Lord. Let me inscribe your name on the mirror vein. By having your name upon the mirror vein means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat UG. You also get the sexy little discount of the merch. That goes for all subscribers. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes, including the tier 2 Pokemon emotes with my face on them. But the most important thing is you gotta roll over every morning, look in the mirror, and go, God, I wish I was someone else. Because then I'd get to look at me. Ooh, sexy. Ooh, yes, meow. You know? Oh. How you doing, Max? How's it going, you beautiful bean?
Yeah, you subscribe.
Oh my Lord, you waited for me to put it down as well, didn't you, Max? You waited for me to put it down. Good Lord, thank you very much for giving that sub to Wild Squeak as well. Oh. By having your name on the mirror vein, Wild Squeak means you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not on Snapchat, of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing is you'll roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? Well, God damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy, ooh, yes, meow, you know? Ugh. I would love to see 30 seconds of naked people on screen. I hate the gore and the horror. Yeah, exactly. Gore and horror is not for everybody. And when it comes to like TV, okay, when it came to like terrestrial television, you know, there would be different times and channels and stuff that you could show the adverts on, right? Now the world is like a lot more open to different bits and pieces. Like when you're watching fucking Netflix or Amazon Prime or something like that, they tend to cater to it. I'm sat there watching a fucking horror series or what have you. Then it'll show me horror adverts in between it, or watching a horror movie, it'll show me a horror advert in between it, because they're greedy fucks and they add adverts to things that you've already fucking paid for. But anyway, it's different when it comes to social media. These things should be more catered for. And it really fucks me off, especially at the moment with stuff like the Online Safety Act, where you've got, geez, you've got me rambling now. You've got me fucking going off on one now. There is no filter. The brain cannot filter on 4 days of 12 hours sleep. It's all just one fucking flow. It's all just one go. It really fucks me off with the Online Safety Act, because you got the Online Safety Act turning around with saying, like, we need to protect the children. We need to protect the children from being able to see consensual adults do things with their own fucking bodies that they consent to. We need to protect children from being able to see parts of bodies that they themselves may also have. We need to protect children from all of these things. But by the way, we're gonna put an advert on your like YouTube channel of somebody playing The Sims, of a ghosty fucked up nun that tears people's innards out. What the actual fuck? You know? Anyway, thank you very much to shout out for Alexander Devonport there. I appreciate that. Your friend is so easily scared, is horrifically scared of horror films, so much so that he doesn't go on Twitch if there's a particularly bad advert. Every time I see they've popped up, I let him know. Jesus Christ. Which is awful, which is fucking awful. Do you know what I mean? Horror movies just aren't the same. They're not scary anymore. For you, potentially, Patterson. For you, potentially. But for other people, they are. Like, obviously, when it comes to, like, fear and what is scary and what is not scary and what have you, like, the things that I'm scared of now are very, very... There's a very small amount of things that genuinely make me scared these days. But that's because I'm jaded as fuck. I've seen too many things in real life and on various different medias that I just tend to enjoy the creeping horror. That's why the reason why I like Creeping Dread, because it just builds the tension as opposed to scare, 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 oh look, gore. Do you know what I mean? That's it, just balls me. But the Creeping Dread, I really like that. I like that sort of thing. But in regards to like it's saying that horror movies aren't scary anymore, they might not be for you because you've watched loads and loads of horror movies and you are also like me in the fact that we're slightly jaded because we've just seen too many fucking things. But for other people, they really are. Do you know what I mean? They really fucking are. And having these horror movie adverts can really fuck some people up, you know? It's strange since Twitch offers filters for their own content by category, such as gambling and violence, but not for their ads. Yes. That is big. I think that is a corporate ploy, to be honest with you, Razzler, because why would they filter their adverts if they can just charge everybody the same shit? If they filtered their advert, they would have to have different price brackets for different styles of advertiser. You got somebody who's doing a fucking Lego advert versus somebody who's advertising a horror movie. You would be able to charge the Lego advert a hell of a lot more than the horror movie, because the horror movie would have to be filtered to people playing horror games, like specifically in the horror genre, for example, you know? Whereas, if they can just charge everybody the high price and fuck the consumer, what the fuck does it matter? Then why wouldn't they, you know? The selfishness of corporations. Interesting to watch. I fucking love I personally really enjoy a good horror movie, but like I said, I'm about the Creeping Dread more than anything else. Do you know what I mean? Okay with most things, but jump scares or snakes, I'm good. Yeah, I mean, but like I said, some people will be really fucking great with certain things and some people will be really not great with other things, and it's very okay to not be okay with things. It's all right to be in a situation where you're like, do you know what, this is not for me and I am not okay with this shit. Do you know what I mean? At all. We are not here to judge, and anybody is here to judge, I'll slap you on the wrist. All right, good lord. How you doing, Europapa? How's it going, Cheeky Devil? I agree, storylines have gotten very interesting. That's true. Yeah, a good storyline. Like I said, I like Creeping Dread because of the fact that it's a constant build of tension. Whereas when it's just fucking jump scares left, right, and center, I get jaded to that shit very quickly. I'm like, okay, here's another one. Okay, there was recently a game that came out. I think it was one of the first.
Flee!
Oh my lordy, ladies and gentlemen, all gents outside between, delve deep into your bits of popcorn and throw them at the raiders, throw them at these cheeky devils. Look at these people coming in here. I mean, really, could you even imagine who do they think they are? Good lord, it's Aristolome. Aristolome coming over here, doing all the bits and pieces. Okay, the stream has, but you've missed all of the chaos. All of the chaos. Chaos deity coming in here, you've missed all of the chaos. There's been so much. And I am quite delirious. Really quite delirious. But welcome on in, you beautiful individuals. Friends, if you're new here, 2 things you need to know about this channel. 1, you're not allowed to apologize. Instead of saying sorry, try saying thank you. Instead of saying sorry, I'm late, say thanks for waiting. Instead of saying sorry, I'm such a burden, say thanks for being there for me. It makes you, thanks for being there for me. It makes you a much more positive individual. Friends, go check out my dear friend, Aristolome, who's going through Assassin's Creed 2 again. For the second time. Are you like 100% completing it? What's going on? Why are you playing it again, Aristolome? I know you're a massive fan. If you're a fan of the Assassin's Creed franchise, you'll enjoy Aristolome's content. They play a lot of different games, but they have got a personal favorite place in their heart for the Assassin's Creed games, you know? But welcome on in, friends. The other thing that you need to know is if you're under the age of 18, I have to ask you to leave. I've got to ask you to leave, for I am a colossal filth wizard, and I don't want to be corrupting the ears of the young. It's not what I'm about. No, cheeky devils. No. You know, Eris, you shouldn't be watching me while you are streaming. You should not be watching me while you're streaming. That is no. Slap on the wrist. No. Good lord. Tino, how you doing? Eris, how you doing? Semba, how you doing? Semba's coming in for both of them. As is Milky Pork, appreciate you. Thank you so much for bringing your people in. As always, Eris, if you need to disappear off, if you need to go grab a snaffly treat, go grab some kind of delightful beverage, please go do so. Please look after yourself. Please do what you need to do, you cheeky devil. Oh, where was I? I've watched The Monkey yesterday, and that was legit amazing to watch. Yeah. Bring Her Back, Heart and Eyes were bangers. I've not even heard of any of those movies. Not even heard of any of the movies. And you check them out. Heard some good stuff from them. Yeah. Sniggly forced to exercise those biceps. It has been up and down a lot this evening, Max. For those people that have just joined us, I have been away for a weekend of nerding, hardcore nerding. I'm gonna show you the place we stayed at momentarily, but I was at a place of hardcore nerding, and why is it not there? That's really annoying. So yeah, I was away for a hardcore nerd sesh, and that's not the work either. Fuck. God damn. Right. Okay. Oh no, not that one. Fuck. Bear with me, friends. My brain is now trying to do too many fucking things at once, and it's becoming quite frustrating. That's what I want. That's what I want. Ooh. No. Bear with me, friends. I'll be with you. I just need to. My brain can't do too many things. I've been away for a TTRPG weekend, and I've literally had like 12 hours sleep in 4 days, and I am struggling. Why are you not allowing me to do that? You fucking bastard. Oh, that's the reason why. Okay. But you know what? Oh my. It's fine. It's all right. It's okay. We can do this. It's fine. It's not a problem. Little bastards. Alright, fuck it, doesn't matter. I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it fucking later. Because apparently it's going to be a pain in the hoop. Right, what was it? Babbly, how you doing? How's it going? Bye, Tudor. Hello, you cheeky little devil. Not the second. It's like, I don't know how many times. We're doing a no desync challenge because the Ubisoft creator partnership thing, and I officially have no whoops tokens left. So if I desync now, I've got to restart the game. Okay. I don't know what that means. Oh, wait, you go somewhere you shouldn't be going and therefore it's desyncing, or you die and there's desyncing. Right, okay. So it's basically a no death run. I got you. Gotta manipulate your slide rule hardcore nerd sessions. Yeah, well, the issue is basically the scenario was we would play because we tend to do this hardcore because me and my friends are nerds for good TTRPGs. We would play from like 6 p.m. through till 4 a.m., which is fine because they would sleep from 4 a.m. till like midday or what have you. But my body clock wakes me up at fucking 8:30 in the morning, regardless of what I'm doing, regardless of what time I go to bed. So I'd go to bed at 4 a.m. I would try and settle and sleep as quickly as fucking possible. Probably maybe at best half an hour getting settled, getting sorted, going to sleep and what have you. And then I'd wake up at 8:30. Regardless. So I got like 4 hours sleep each night. So I'm running on about 12 hours sleep over 4 days, and my brain is gooey and I'm struggling. But we are there. We're still cracking on and doing the bits we need to do, you know? I'm trying to sort out what I was trying to do a second ago was just trying to sort out a screen, a new scene, so that I could show you the video I took of the place we were staying, because it's cool as shit and I'd love to show you all, but it's being a pain in the hoop. So what I might have to do is do it like this. Because I would really like to show you this. I think it'd be a fun one to do, as it were. Okay, that's the whole thing, but whatever. Oh, is it not showing it because... Okay, let's try it this way around. I should have sorted this all out before, friends, but I am, as you can see, quite ridiculous. Don't understand why that isn't showing. Transform, fit to screen. Fuck my life. Right, I'm just gonna do it this way because I'm getting really angry. Really fucking angry that it will not do what I fucking want it to do. Bastard. Shitty little fuck. Why is it only showing a tiny fucking bit of the... Oh my fucking god. I hate technology because it's fucking wank. All right, that's sorted. Oh, I do not have the patience. Do not have the patience today, friends. Do not have the fucking patience to be doing tech shit. Fuck my life. I'm so angry. I'm so angry. Out of fucking nowhere. I'm so angry that it was not just doing what it needed to do. Oh, anyway. How you doing, baby bunny? How's it going? How you doing, cheeky devil? It's like you, it's a tease. Do you know what this is like, Eric? So, once upon a time, many moons ago, all right, I was in a pub. I was in a pub with my cousin. My cousin got really fucking drunk and outrageous. I was like, cool, I'm going to have to carry him home in a little while. But while I was at the pub, I met a delightful young lady. We hit it off. It was great. I was like, hey, do you want to come back to my cousin's house? I'll put him in bed and then we can do whatever it is that you would like to delightfully do as a consenting adult. And she was like, fucking yeah, let's go. And there was a delightful point where we put him to bed. He was asleep. He was fucking off his fucking gourd. And me and her were laid on the sofa. All right. And we were doing a little kissy, all fun and games, all shits and giggles. And then there was a point where she was like laid on me. And then she would lean in for a cheeky little kiss. All right. And just to the point where I was like, cool, here's a kiss time. She would turn her head very quickly and flick me with her hair. I'm like, what? And then she'd go in again. Flick with their hair. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What is this? That's the kind of teasing you're referring to. It's a tease in the most frustrating and annoying and confusing way. I'm not getting aroused. I'm just getting very confused and angry. I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, I'm teasing you. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're just pissing me off. What the fuck? What is this? I don't know where you learned that, but it's not working. Oh, my lordy. Bless her. She tried, but we were both too drunk. We were too drunk for that shit. Too fucking drunk for that shit. We didn't sleep together because we were too drunk. But it was like a, okay. And that was because we kept drinking. We decided that it was not good to do it because, you know, you drunk people cannot drunk people to that fucking degree can't consent, you know. Where the fuck was I now? Ah, shit. I know it's done by age bracket. I also get the horror bullshit on Netflix, etc. Because I'm an adult, I must love horror, even though all horrors and gore movies are actually disliked if they pop up. That's so fucking frustrating, Sembar. It really is so fucking frustrating. You would think in this day and age as well, there would be better filters for shit like that. You know? Much better filters for shit like that. Cult of Ptolemy coming in here. I'm asking for a suggestion or recommendation, but thanks. Yeah, and then Eris was doing a challenge, some Ubisoft challenge thing. Yeah. May have allowed myself some grace because Flying Machine is a bit balked on PC, so the controls were all wonky. But yeah, no, I get you. I get what you're saying. You can't tell where I can and cannot lurk. As the Chaos Deity, I must view all the Chaos humans know this. No, you shouldn't. Not when you're streaming. Good Lord. You should. All of your attention should be on your delightful community. None of your attention should be on this preposterousness that these beautiful people ensue upon me. You know. Death's getting noticed when you're not supposed to. So it's basically a perfection run. You've got to play through the entire thing perfectly, effectively. Yeah. Show us through the medium of interpretive dance. No interpretive dance. Just fury. Assassin's Creed 2 controls can be jank. They certainly can. They certainly fucking can. How you doing, baby bunny? Long time no see. I see that you were meeting up with one of our other wonderful community members. How did that go? How was your weekend? Thank you very much, Samba. Yes, I have been a pro streamer 17 times. Only 17. Surprising, right? Surprising. Had to find a mod to make it Xbox controller compatible with the PC. Oh, wow. That's a mood, right? Tell me about it, Max. Tell me about it. Fuck technology. It's certainly being, it's certainly having a choice moments at the moment, right? Definitely having choice moments. For sure. I'm okay. How are you doing? All right. Thank you very much. Doing okay. I'm very sleepy. I'm very, very tired. As I've said like 200 times this stream. There's a lot of delirium going on. But we're doing all right. We're doing okay. I've had a great weekend away with some friends. I'm gonna show you now that I've fucking sorted it out. I'm gonna show you the place that I was at, so I can talk you through it all and stuff. But yeah, a very one-sided tease. I don't even think it was one-sided because I don't think, honestly, Eric, I don't think that young lady got anything out of it either. I think what happened was she didn't have. Well, I think what happened was we were both a little bit tipsy, and we were only tipsy when I invited her like back to my cousin's place. And then we continued to drink while we were at my cousin's place. And I think what had effectively happened was she had seen that on like a TV series. I would imagine. Unfortunately, because sex education and flirtation education doesn't exist, but sex education is so shit across the entire world, people pretty much learn how to do any aspect of flirtation or sex or what have you from TV programs or porn. That is how they fucking say they learn. Do you know what I mean? So I think what probably happened was the young lady saw that, and she was a very, very nice young lady. In fact, you know, I still speak to her now every so often. We get on very, very well and what have you. But I think what had happened was she had seen that on a TV show and been like, hey, this is quite fun. And evidently, like, what happened on the TV show or the movie or whatever it was that she saw it on was the gentleman that was getting teased was getting more and more riled up, and it's like, oh my god, yes, you won't let me kiss you because you keep flicking with me with your hair. Yes, that's what we want. Yes. Whereas in real life, I was just like, I'm trying to kiss you, and then I'm getting a face full of hair. I want to smooch your beautiful face. Why are you throwing your fucking hair in my face? What is this? Why are you doing this? This makes no sense to me. You know? So yeah. Familiar emotion, do the thing. Why can't the thing just do the thing? Exactly. Why can't it just do the thing that it is supposed to do? You know? Fuck people shouldn't drunk. Exactly. Do you know what? I am openly admitting that I enjoy having sex when I am drunk. When I am with people that I trust and I am like, hey, if we are ever drunk together and you would like to do the horizontal tango while we are drunk, I pre-consent to that. Because I enjoy having sex when I am drunk. But that pre-consent is given to those people when those things are happening. Do you know what I mean? It's like I am pre-consenting to this scenario because I know that when drunk people are drunk, they should not be having sex because alcohol is not good for... It's great for getting rid of inhibitions, but it's also not good for making sensible life choices, you know? Drunk people cannot consent. However, there's a difference between cannot consent and giving pre-consent. Being like, when I am drunk, I enjoy having sex. If you would like to have sex with me during those states, then I am okay with it. Do you know what I mean? I pre-consent to that situation, you know? And usually have safe words. So if there's ever a situation where I'm like, no, I don't want this, then we can have the safe word there, you know? Not that has ever happened, but better to have a safe word and not need it than need it and not have it. Very important, you know? Yeah, no? Which is better, drunk sex or angry sex? Drunk sex. I am one of those people that cannot have sex when I'm angry. If I am angry with somebody, the last thing I want to do is put parts of my anatomy inside them. That is the last thing I want to fucking do. I get it. I know that some people like love that whole, the anger's there, the passion, the girl, the raw emotional power and what have you. But if I'm angry, I mean, you literally just saw how angry I got when I couldn't fucking edit the size of the video thing that I wanted to edit. I couldn't edit the size of the video thing, and I'm like, you fucking bastard. Like, the last thing I want to do in that scenario is have sex. It works for some people, and I am not going to quash on people's personal whims and likes and dislikes and what have you. It's like, no, that's it. I'm not going to yuck somebody's yum, and I'm also not going to yuck somebody's yuck. Do you know what I mean? But for me personally, no. No. If I'm angry, I do not want to fuck. If I'm angry, I want to be left the fuck alone. I want to walk the fuck away and be like, I will deal with this situation once I've dealt with my own fucking emotions. Don't fucking come near me. Don't fucking touch me. Don't do that, you know? So in that regard, I'm all about the drunk sex. All about the drunk sex, you know? But only if people have pre-consented when they are sober, you know? And have safe words so they can back the fuck out if they would like to. I should be back in a few hours because I'm about to set off on the train. No worries, baby bunny. You take it easy. I just have it in the background. Yeah. A dumb move misconstrued as a tease. Gotcha. Yeah, basically. Yeah. I think that she thought it was a tease, and it just wasn't. It actively was not. My whole life revolves around technology, which can be very frustrating, but I really like the idea of just retiring to build an intricate mechanical puzzle box instead. To be honest with you, Max Wattage, there is a big part of me that would love to be at a point where I am delightfully rich and therefore can basically make the puzzles, those lateral thinking puzzles that you get in like fucking Talos Principle and like escape rooms and the box, like the room, all the box puzzles and stuff like that, and have like some fucking fancy prize inside. Excuse me, like a gold bar in the middle of a puzzle box, in the middle of a puzzle room, in the middle of a puzzle building, and the person has to go in and like unlock all of the fucking puzzles in order to get that. Would be so cool. Like those people that make like treasure maps and stuff, where it's like, okay, I am a person with a shitload of time and money, I'm going to make a treasure map, and people from the internet can try and follow the treasure maps, and at the end of it, I'll give them a fucking £500,000 or whatever, because that person has that to spare, you know? That's fucking cool as shit. I love that shit. Fucking love that. That's really cool. That's a lot of fun, you know? Felt on the delirium. I was way too late, I think, Saturday watching Fallout, then up way too late last night watching The Crown. My sleep has been balked, made me miss class today because the lack of sleep, nausea mixed with just overall body aches due to the cold were not it, which is entirely fair. For sure. Our games just went on really fucking late. I feel like I've seen that scene in one of those terrible parodies of a teen movie as a deliberately irritating. Maybe. I don't really watch teen movies, I have to say. Even parodies of teen movies, I'm not really a big one of them. The only parodies I tend to watch are porn parodies because they are fucking hilarious. But generally, it's not the thing. Do you know what I mean? You find the best safe word is eep eep walla walla bungee. Works every time. Things stop very, very quickly. I mean, yeah, but they are also very, like, the thing about a safe word is it's got to be, and I realize that you obviously making a joke there, Astra, but I feel that it's worth bringing up the conversation about safe words because safe words need to be something that works in the scenario, that is easy to say or easy to signal, or both, and isn't going to just fucking kill the mood. There was definitely a point in my life where I was with somebody and the safe word was flibbicus, because as soon as you say flibbicus, it's like, okay, well now I can't take anything seriously because flibbicus is a ridiculous word, you know, which means that it does kill everything. But as time went on, I realized that being in a very, very serious situation, when you're in like a BDSM situation or like you're in a BDSM dungeon or what have you, and you are with a consenting partner who's being flogged, or you are being flogged by your consenting partner, and you say something that's very comedic, it very quickly not only kills the mood, but it's kind of like a crash. Like an emotional crash, because you're in the mood, you're thingy, you've got there's an intensity to where you're at, and that emotional crash can really fuck people up. Can really, really fuck people up. It also is like, okay, are you being serious? Or are you like taking the piss? Or were you taking the piss out of the situation? Because I was giving it my all, and you are now saying things that are thinking, and obviously you pre-negotiate a safe word and stuff like that, but you've just got to be very, very careful with your safe words, friends, because it can really call. And this isn't anything, I realize that Astra, you were obviously like making a jest, a jape there, you know, but it does bring up a very serious thing. Like if you're gonna have a safe word, the best thing to do with a safe word is to have something you're not going to say very often, you know, not going to automatically say in one of those situations. B, have something personal, unless you're with somebody that you don't know amazingly well, but having something personal is always a nice one to add. C is clear, easy to say, and can signal the situation, signal exactly where you're at without breaking everything, without causing that crash, without breaking everybody out of the situation, without breaking the fucking illusion. Do you know what I mean? Wensleydale is another one that I personally would crash at. If I was in a situation where I was like domming somebody and I was like flogging them with a cat of nine tails, and we've been doing it for a little while or what have you, and they were strapped down to a thing and they're all strapped up and what have you, and they shout Wensleydale, I'd be like, what the fuck? What? Okay. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. I'll stop. But now, are you okay? Are you all right? Because Wensleydale's a pretty thing. Are you okay? Is everything okay? Is everything all right? Okay, right. I'll get you down and I'll thingy. But like that would make me mentally crash out. Like, I would give the aftercare. I would do the things that I need to do, but that's because I am well versed in what I have done. Like, I've been doing this a long fucking time, but my brain would be fucking out of it. Absolutely fucking out of it. Like, I would be able to give the aftercare, but I wouldn't be like, there would be no emotional connection there. I'd be like, here is your blanket, here's the thing, I will hold you, but there is no emotional connection here because I am fucking out of it. Because I was well into the fucking moment, the sensations, the dynamics, the control response, the bits and pieces, and you said a word that that has just fucking jarred me out, which is the reason why so many people use the traffic light system. Green, everything is fine. Amber or orange or yellow is things are getting a bit tense, but I'm okay for now. Red is stop everything immediately. You know? Very, very easy. Everybody can say them. Everyone understands the traffic light system because traffic lights exist pretty much fucking everywhere. You know? There's fucking kids games that involve traffic light system. So everybody understands that. Yeah, exactly. Red, amber, green. Everyone understands those dynamics. It's also one of the good universal ones because it means that everybody in the dungeon, if you are out in a dungeon, everybody understands where you're at and what's going on, what's happening, you know? Good universal communication and bits and pieces, you know? So I very much appreciate that people very much here were like, okay, yeah, these are funny bits and pieces, but as a sex educator, I also need to be like, right, this is all very funny. It's all fun and games to have like silly safe words, but we also need to talk about the serious side of it, which as an educator, I can't just let people be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go off and make silly fucking safe words and what have you. I need to make sure everyone's aware that a safe word that is silly can fuck up an entire dynamic. Absolutely. Yeah, have a word that's applicable to the situation. Yeah. Safe words are also said because if you're pushing some masochistic behavior, you need your normal painful experience words, and those aren't to be considered, which is sometimes stop. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. People saying stop, no, stuff like that. I know it sounds to the uninitiated like that. It's like, well, somebody says no or somebody says stop, then you should stop immediately. But a normal pain response in those situations could be somebody saying ow, could be somebody screaming, could be somebody saying stop, could be somebody saying no. But that doesn't mean that they want to stop. It needs to be a word or a signal, because if they're gagged and what have you, and having a signal, a clench of the fist or something like that, it needs to be a word or a signal that they can do that is out of the ordinary. Red, for example. You know? That way, it's like, okay, this is out of the ordinary. It's not an automatic pain response that they want me to stop. Somebody saying stop doing that doesn't necessarily mean that they want you to stop doing that. Very important. I realize for the uninitiated that might seem a bit weird, but it's very, very true.
Panda to it!
I'm not sure if traffic lights is the best choice for safe words. I say this because they always give mixed signals.
Euro Papa. I appreciate the 100 panderings. I appreciate the pun of it. Can I ask that when we're talking about a serious topic that we don't do dad jokes? Because do you know what? This is actually a perfect example. This is a perfect example of it jarring me and my brain. And there's nothing against you, Yara Papa. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. You are a dad joke extraordinaire individual. And any opportunity there is like, oh no, I can definitely do a dad joke here. You'll try and slide one in. I get it, absolutely. It was funny though. No, I appreciate that people will absolutely enjoy it. Absolutely. I am gonna politely ask that if we're talking about a serious subject, we're talking about, okay, we'll say so serious subjects. I'm trying to give education on safe words, something that's really fucking important. In like especially in any intimate dynamic. And then there's like a dad joke. Like my brain is, okay, we're educating, we're doing the bits and pieces. These are all the things that everybody needs to know. And then there's a dad joke, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, that's, okay. It's actually a perfect example of Europapa. And I know this wasn't your intention, but it's a perfect example of what I mean by the jarring disposition of like being in a specific headspace, being in a specific like zone, as it were, and being like rocked out of it by something you weren't expecting that's meant to be like lighthearted and fun and what have you, because it just jars me out of it. Do you know what I mean? I know that wasn't your intention, and it's all good. This is actually just a perfect fucking example, perfect situation there. So actually, thank you very much for throwing that in there, because it helps demonstrate my point. I know that wasn't your intention, but it does help demonstrate my point. But yeah, if we can just, if I'm in a, we're talking about something serious, not making light-hearted bits and pieces, and you are not by any stretch of imagination the first person to do it, and I can guarantee you won't be the last, because I've been doing this for a very, very long time, and it's happened many times. But yeah, just yeah, okay, yeah, no worries. I knew you'd understand. But I am, thank you for the 100 panderings, and thank you very much for helping me explain the situation as well, helping me explain what I meant. I was getting dry now. Where was I? There we go. I return again. Not the one your hour's gone with a latte. I've been doing spreadsheets of profit and loss. Oh, interesting. Are you a person that likes spreadsheets, Lunacon? Is it interesting for you? The horizontal tango is a good name for it. I prefer the stationary tandem parkour. Stationary tandem parkour. Fucking hell. That is such a collection of words that bends my brain, you know? Easy to say, easy to remember, cannot be confused for anything else. Absolutely. Easy to say, your mouth full and still picks up. Well, this is the reason why hand signals are good. Like tapping, if you're on a bit of equipment, 2 taps is a good one. If you are strapped up and you can't tap something, clenching the fists or clenching one fist. Like that. Not just one clench, because it could be, oh, it's a bit painful, so I'm going to clench. But like doing it multiple times. You know, like that whole thing of like blink twice if something's wrong that they do in like movies and stuff like that. Blinking's not a good one because you have blindfolds and shit like that. But like doing something twice, double tap or double finger flex, as it were. Something is like, okay, that isn't an accident. That is a purposeful thing that they are doing to ask me to stop or to get me to calm down. The other thing is that like safe words are absolutely great, and I encourage everybody to have them, because it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But some people really struggle with safe words. And I don't mean that in a regards of, well, I don't do safe words because I don't need them, or any of that fucking bullshit. Bravado, alpha male, twatty bullshit. But some people don't, like, if you're in like a public atmosphere and you are playing with your partner and the partner doesn't want to draw attention to the fact that they are struggling or that they are reaching their limit or what have you, a double tap is a really subtle way, especially if providing the fucking dom's keeping an eye out for it, a subtle way to indicate, hey, I'm reaching my limit, can you ease off a little bit? Or can you do something different? Or you can spice it up? Or what? Or we need to stop immediately? Like a double tap just to signal to the dom or the top to just check in and be like, hey, are you all right? You okay? Is everyone all right? Yeah. It's a subtle way that doesn't draw attention of loads of people as opposed to someone going red. Do you know what I mean? Like having those moments where it's like, okay, just here's it, not drawing attention, especially if the person's feeling particularly vulnerable, particularly self-conscious or what have you. Bit different in like a private playing space and stuff because there'll be nobody to see or hear or what have you. But in a public playing space, I know that there's some people that don't like to have that attention drawn to them. Do you know? Do you know what I mean? Speaking of porn parodies, how is the porn parody for Sex and the City? Sex and the City 3 more respectful to Sex and the City than the actual Sex and the City movies? I could not fucking tell you, but I will say, Kiara, that is pretty regular in pornography, in parody pornography in particular. Parody pornography, you will find more often than not always, but more often than not, that the people who are making the porn parody have done shit tons of research on the original source material. They have done loads and loads and loads of research on the original source material. They have found actors and performers that can actually perform close to the person they are parodying. The budgets are usually either comically shit or over the top expensive. But they do loads of like research. So it does not surprise me in the slightest that a Sex and the City porn parody is just as good as the original series and better than the movies of them. Do you know what I mean? Since the red, amber, green, I can remember those responses even if my brain has been reduced to mush at that point. Absolutely. Absolutely, for sure. For sure. Safe words are also said because if you're pushing some massive... Yeah, absolutely. That classic area. I did read that out earlier. Top drop can be tough. Yes, it can. Yeah, absolutely. People talk about sub drop quite a lot, which is when the submissive person has finished the session and they're so high on all of the endorphins and the hormones and the chemicals that are flooding through their system because it's like, okay, I've been dealing with this punishment for a while, I've been doing it, I've been enjoying it, I mean, oh my god, it's absolutely fantastic, and then you stop, you know, like some people get it when like they've had a tattoo and it's like the adrenaline's pumping through your body but you can't move or do anything, and then as soon as it stops you sort of crash. People get it with tattoos, people get it with massages, where it's just like, okay, there's been a lot of intense shit going on, and as soon as it stops, your body, with it suffering from pain or dealing with pain or what have you, floods with so many different chemicals and like adrenaline and what have you, that when it stops, it's like instant adrenaline crash, instant dopamine crash, instant endorphin crash and what have you. Because it's like, fucking hell, now it's over. Oh, fucking, my fight or flight response can just fucking relax for a second. Exactly the same with BDSM in like a dungeon scenario. The sub drop, as a lot of people call it, is, or subspace is also known, like going into subspace or what have you, is that moment afterwards where all of those chemicals just sort of like settle in the system. It's like, yeah, you're not in any danger, you're not in things. It's very, very a lot of amazing things. A lot of subs fucking love that space, and I love to provide that space for them. Do you know what I mean? But the same can be said for dominance as well. They are in the zone. They are thinking. They are building. Even though they're the ones that are doing the actions and what have you, they are constantly aware to keep out an ear out for safe words and an eye out for safe signals. They are obviously engaging the dynamic, the tension's building up because they are getting excited about the situation. They know that their sub is getting excited about the situation. There's so many, like the build up of the same sort of chemicals is happening in the top as well, or the dom as well. And not everybody gets it. Not every dom gets the dom drop by any stretch of the imagination. But there is definitely a thing of like, okay, and it's done, and now I'm here, and I'm providing this comfort, and it's just all fun. It's great. It's okay. Like the emotional dynamics are beautiful and glorious, and a nice little connecting moment between people, you know? But there is, I think, do you know what? It's probably a good way to describe it. The difference between like a sub drop or a dom drop and a sub crash or a dom crash is like the drop is where you have done all you need to do and you have let yourself succumb to the chemicals settling in your body. Do you know what I mean? Chemicals settling in your brain. You've done all the things you need to do, and now you can just let it all settle, and you consent, you give yourself over to those feelings and what have you. Whereas a crash, I would say, in my personal language that I am just thinking of now, is where you are torn out of that situation. Where it's like, okay, everything was going great, everything was going down, and then something happens and you are torn out of the situation. You can't, like, your brain can't do it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I realize that I'm really fucking tired, so a lot of things I'm saying might not make sense. But does that make sense? Does that track for people? The difference between a drop and a crash is like the drop is giving yourself over to the release of those chemicals and the settling of those chemicals, whereas a crash is you are torn out of the situation and the chemicals crash upon you unexpectedly when you are not emotionally or mentally prepared for them. I think that makes sense in my brain. Let me know. Indeed, joking that word comes from one of the first books I read, recall reading as an aside. I definitely agree that safe word has to be, well, safe for all. Indicate that the need to stop whatever is happening without stopping the immersion and enjoyment for all. Yes, agreed. Have a word applicable to the situation. Yep, for sure. Double tap, like in a wrestling, as I often lose my voice, or if I can't talk due to asthma problems. Yeah, that makes sense. Or I always like to have both. Word and signal. But for the longest period of time, I only had the word. Which was an interesting one because it was definitely a situation where I was like, with like an ex of mine from way back, excuse me, where I was like, I want to gag you. And then I was like, oh, I can't gag you because I need to be able to hear your safe word if this is a thing. You know? But actually, makes you think. Just got to do the bits and pieces, you know? The traffic light system made me think of the language barrier with Japanese people calling the green light blue. Not that I think it would be an issue, but that's where my brain went. What do you mean, Eric? In Japan, is it a blue light instead of like when you for traffic lights? Is it like a blue light to walk, a blue light to go, and then a red light to stop? Is that what the way it is? I've not been to Japan, so it's a relatively new to me. I'm not entirely sure about the dynamic there. All about learning. All about the learning. Holding something and dropping it, though it really has to count if it's not noticed. Yeah. Mood dependent. I am just proving to the finance side of our rugby club how much the kitchen I assist run actually makes compared to the spends, mainly because I made them buy much needed oven. Okay, I get you. That makes sense, Lunicorn. If I'm out and about and just tight hand squeeze from either party has always been the case. Yeah. Which is fine if you're holding their hand, Wild Squeak. A hand squeeze is fine if you're holding their hand. If you're not holding the hand, then it can become more problems, you know, and problematic, you know. To do those, all right, yeah. Think you made it? Yes, yeah, you got it. Fantastic. For me, Dom drop happened when after the scene, my brain suddenly told me I have been too rough, painful, rude, etc. I need quite a lot of confirmation from the sub that I had not overstepped any boundaries and they had enjoyed it. Okay, interesting. I'd not considered that before, but actually that makes a lot of sense. That some people would need that assurance. Is like, you have not pushed too far. This has been okay. It's been all right. I didn't need to do the safe word. And what have you. And you do not have to answer this question by any stretch of imagination, but people do feel that situation where it's like, okay, the fear, the brain weasels that come out and be like, hey, you've been too rough, hey, you've inflicted too much pain, you've been too rough, you've not listen properly? Does it get worse if that person, does that brain weasel in your brain get worse if that person has had to say their safe word? Even though obviously the safe word is literally there for that reason, does the brain weasel make like get louder in that scenario? Please do not think you have to answer that question. I'm asking openly, not expecting an answer, but intrigued nonetheless, you know? Oh, no, actually, it makes it less chance to happen because then it's been communicated. Oh, okay. So that, no, I get you. So it's like if you've been in a session where the person has never said the safe word, it's like, okay, I pushed them too hard and they might have not wanted to do the safe word because they wanted to make me happy. Your brain starts to spiral in that regard. The anxiety starts spiking. It's like, oh my God, I've pushed too hard. I was too rough. I was too painful. Whereas if they have said the safe word, you're like, oh, okay, they have said the safe word. So I know that everything before that or everything up to the safe word was okay. And as they've communicated the safe word, I know that they remember the safe word. I know that they're not biting back just for my sake, that they're not suffering just for my sake. Okay, interesting. Thank you very much for your openness about that, Semba. I really appreciate that because it helps me to understand different dynamics because it's not something that I've ever dealt with. So I find it very interesting to hear from an alternate perspective for sure. I've experienced top drop when something has gone wrong within the scene. Nothing ever badly went wrong, but it's been the case of being jolted out of a mindset as that you're talking about now. Sub drop for me happens a good few hours after the scene and can last a few days if not handled well. When I've dealt with top drop due to being in charge, and I do this because that's what the Rachel said, in charge, I've been able to handle the situation immediately and sort it out. I find a lot of people don't take drop seriously, and it's good to discuss. Yes, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was definitely in a situation with a delightful individual from the community who I won't say who they were, where we were in a dungeon and after a scene had been played, I turned around and another Dom came over and just started talking to me straight away. And I was like, okay, I'm entertaining the conversation, but I've got a sub here that now needs me to make sure they're all right. I need to give the aftercare part of the dynamic because this Dom didn't do that, and maybe that's something that they had been arranged. You know what I mean? That person had not done any kind of aftercare or anything like that, and I assume because of the communication, because they've been doing it for a very long time, that that's something that they've talked about with their submissives. It's like, I do not do aftercare. I will do all these bits and what have you. I'll work you up. I'll do this bits and pieces, but I do not do aftercare. And if that's the case for them, that's fine, so long as it's clear communication. It's all been done and dusted and shits and giggles, you know? That wasn't the case for me, though. I was like, I am going to go and give some aftercare now. And they were like, yeah, so, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I understand that you're coming over, we're having a chat, and you've been wanting to speak to me, so that's great. But I'm going to go and do some aftercare now. And they were very understanding. They were absolutely fine and dandy, but I was just like, right. I need to go finish the scene. Because for them, the scene finished when the sub walked away. Fine. For me, the scene finishes with the aftercare. Do all the bits and pieces, all the games, all ticketed, all exciting, tantalizing, all glorious. Aftercare. Culmination, you know? In Japan, the light is green, but they call it blue? Interesting, Eric. That is very interesting. Is there a reason for that? In many cultures, there is not as much differentiation between green and blue. Oh, okay. So the word that they have for blue, like blue is a shade of green. Is that what you're basically telling me? Like, I would imagine that in some cultures, orange would be a shade of red. Obviously, in English, we have two different words for them. We've got orange and we've got red. Whereas I could fully see that on the spectrum, a certain degree of orange could be seen as red, and then a certain degree from that point onwards, it could be seen as yellow. So they might not have a word for orange. Interesting. Interesting. Same for green and blue, potentially. Japan have very few names for colors. Interesting. I think historically, orange was a type of red. Yeah, literally what I was just about to say. Well, I just did say classic Gary, but yeah. Because then it's giving me communicated. The problem is if I stay within the range, then my brain is afraid that the other did not dare to call the boundary. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you very much for, again, explaining that, Semba. I appreciate that. I think it'd be easy to feel that you failed in some way if a safe word is called. Well, that's what I was thinking, Patty Tudor. That's like where my brain went, was like, if you have pushed somebody to their limit and made them say a safe word, does that mean that you failed because you haven't been able to see all the signals? But from what Semba is saying, for them personally at the very least, it's the other way around. It's like, I've pushed them to the limit, but this proves that they are not afraid to say the safe word. They are not afraid to issue their boundary and communicate their boundary. And as a result, everything before that point has been okay, you know? They always had Midori for green and Aoi for blue. But the brighter green is considered closer to Aoi than Midori, which is more of a forest green. Okay, interesting. The value of knowing and being able to execute awareness of the edge is powerful. Very much so. Very much so. I think neurodivergent overthinking can make things harder. Yeah. I think the other... What's going on with my ear here? I think the other thing that can make it hard is, I mean, just general anxiety. Like, there is obviously a difference. I know I don't need to tell you all, but anybody that's watching the VOD that might not know this, there is a difference between neurodivergence and mental health. And neurodivergent people can be more susceptible to overthinking, but also people that have certain struggles with mental health dynamics can also be susceptible to overthinking. So I don't want to say that it's one or the other, because it's definitely potentially both, you know. I did once have a sub inform me that after a scene that they went past their limit but didn't say the safe word as they felt pressure from it being a public scene. My brain went, cue a week-long chat about communication. Jeez, yeah, that would fuck me up. It's like, yeah, that would fuck me up. I am a ridiculously confident person. I am very self-assured. I know my shit I mean, you all know this. Or anybody that's new, if you don't know this, you will fucking know this. I am very self-assured. I know where I'm at. I know what's going on. I do not get anxiety. I don't get nerves. I am one of the most like self-secure people that I know of in regards to who I am, where I stand, and what is going on. I'm also very, very good at rationalizing my brain. Like, okay, yeah, this thing was my fault, but all of these things that I'm feeling bad things for are not my fault. So I'm going to stop feeling fucking bad things for those things, because those are things that I couldn't control, so therefore I'm not going to feel bad at them. I'm good at that shit. I'm good at compartmentalizing my emotions. If I was in a fucking BDSM scene and I was topping somebody, if I was dominating somebody, and then they told me that they went way past their limit because they were afraid of saying something, or they went way past their limit because they were afraid of disappointing me or something like that, that would fuck me up. That would fuck me up. That would probably stop me from dominating for months, potentially years, potentially ever. That would fuck me up. If you are a submissive person, do not go past your own limits. Have the safe word, have the safe signal. Do not be afraid to use it. It is there for your benefit and the benefit of the dominant in charge. All right? Please, 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 please use it. Fuck me. Wow. I feel sick. I wasn't even involved. And I feel sick. Oh my lordy. Wow. Fucking hell. Fuck me. I hope you were all right afterwards. Because, yeah, that's fucked up. That is fucked up. And I understand logically what the thought process was. But Jesus Christ, that's bad. That is bad. I remember getting aftercare from a dom after a public scene. We were in this side room away from the main area, and this guy came up and wanted to discuss the scene with us literally minutes after we finished. It really messed us both up. Yeah, it will. But unfortunately, there are a lot of... I'm going to use inverted commas because I feel that they are appropriate in the scenario. There are a lot of doms, a lot of dominants, some of which genuinely will be dominants, some of which will be thinking they're dominants, even though they're not, because they don't fully understand what it is to be a dominant. Who do not understand aftercare. They don't care to understand aftercare, or they don't want to understand aftercare. And those people, in my personal opinion, obviously it's different if you are like, if aftercare makes you feel really bad and you don't fucking like it, and it really fucks with you and your own mental health, and you have clearly negotiated that with your subs, and you have been like, I cannot provide any aftercare and what have you, and they're okay with it. As long as all of that communication has been fine, that's all fine and dandy. I don't like it, but that is not for me to decide. Do you know what I mean? You're all consenting adults. You can do what the fuck you want with yourselves, all right? So the thing that I'm about to say does not include that group of people that have clearly communicated and everyone knows what's going on and everyone understands and has consented. All right. The thing I'm about to say is about the people that the doms who will usually say things like, "Are you a dom or a sub?" As the first thing that they ever say to you. They will also critique everybody else's play when they stand there and watch it, and they just like, yes, well, I think you'll notice that they haven't done this technique, or that was really sloppy, or what have you, you know. The people that are like that just refuse point blank to do any kind of aftercare without any kind of negotiation, what have you, those doms are people that dominate for their own gratification. They don't give a shit about the experience of the submissive. In my experience, and this is of my own personal opinion, those people do not care about the experience of their submissive. They care about their own bravado. Because obviously, like I said, there are exceptions where it's like, okay, aftercare really messes with that dominant for whatever reason, and so everything's been clearly communicated, and everyone's like, if it's been clearly communicated, no consent has been given and stuff like that, I'm not criticizing that. But if it hasn't been clearly communicated and is fucking people up and what have yous, then those people are doing it for their own gratification. They don't really give a shit about the subs experience. They're doing it for themselves, you know? Those people are usually the people that will actively see other people in aftercare scenarios and go up and say hello. They'll be like, hey, that person's giving aftercare. Well, I really want to talk about it. And actually, I don't give a shit about their aftercare. I don't give a shit about the DOM's aftercare. I don't give a shit about the subs aftercare. I don't give a shit about this entire dynamic. What I care about is the fact that I want to know information about that scene. Selfish bastards. So yeah, I'm not surprised it fucked you up, and I'm gutted that it fucking fucked you up. But yeah, you should immediately be like, yeah, these people are not it. In those scenarios, you can be like, hey, can you not see I'm doing aftercare? I would be such a rude I am so rude. I am so fucking rude when people are like that. People are rude to me. I'm like, cool, let me show you how rudeness is really done. I'm like, can you not see I'm doing aftercare? Be elsewhere. Be gone. You know, such a dickhead. Me. I am. It's true. If you're interested, I can explain a little more about where I think it comes from. I also don't want to keep hammering this topic long past this point. No, it's all right. Remind me what it is, where it comes from, as in where it comes from in regards to needing the reassurance that you didn't push too far. Bella's free. How you doing? Are you a Leo? I am not a Leo, Bella. I am a Cancer. I'm a little crab. I'm a little crab man. I'm not going to criticize other people that do believe in the astrology and what have you. For me personally, I don't believe in it. I am the least Cancer-like Cancer that you've ever seen. But if that's the thing, that's now you were asking the question and I have answered the question. Yeah, I am not a Leo. I am a Cancer. I am a Cancer. How you doing, Garito? How's it going, you beautiful individual? Where the fuck was I? There I was. Another person interrupting a scene. Aftercare counts as a scene. Would definitely throw me. Yep, absolutely. As an outsider, that feels like a parachute situation. You're really rooting for them to use it. Otherwise, it's a tandem dive. I wouldn't necessarily say rooting for them to use it. I would say that in the situation that Sembar was describing, the Dom drop. Yeah, please, by all means, Sembar. This is a fascinating conversation. I'm more than happy to keep it going. In the situation that Sembar was describing, it's that clear communication that basically is like, I'm not afraid to use it. I'm not afraid to set my own boundary. And as a result, you cannot go too far. You know, it's kind of like the reassurance aspect of it or what have you. It's like, okay. What's a good way of a good analogy, a good metaphor? It's like riding a bicycle, okay? Riding a bike and seeing that you have brakes on the bike. And you're like, okay, I'm riding the bike, and I'm going faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And then you're like, I don't know if the brakes work. And you can either keep going and going and going and going and going, never knowing if the brakes work, and just constantly in your brain just winding yourself up. And I'm going really fast and I don't know whether the brakes work. I don't know whether if I pull the brakes, are they just going to fail on me? Am I going to crash? Am I going to die? What the fuck is going to go on? I'm riding a bike and it's going really, really fast. Am I like, whereas just testing the brakes, just being like, okay, while I'm still easing the thing, is just testing the brakes, being like, okay, no, they do work. Now I can relax because now I know that the brakes work. I can get out of my head and get out of the brain weasels and shit because now I know that the brakes work. You know? I think that's probably the closest analogy I can immediately think of in a very sleepy brain as to what that means. It's like, okay, knowing the brakes work is different to riding along, seeing the brakes, knowing that they are there, but not entirely sure whether they work or not. Does that make sense? I don't know. Crow Alternative, hello, you beautiful individual. How you doing, you sexy, glorious, delightful creature, you? Can I get a shout out for Crow Alternative, please? I'd appreciate that. I remember getting the aftercare from Dormant Public Scene. Oh, yeah, I literally just read that up. Just read that out. How you doing, Grio? How's it going? Just checked. Wait. People go check out Crow. Crow's fucking hilarious. Oh, how are you enjoying the Double D Dinosaur? I think we'll probably be playing that at some point in the near future because it looks fucking hilarious. Just checked. Wait, are you nearly caught up to chat in real time? No, definitely not. Definitely not. Way behind in chat. I'm catching the occasional comment that I'm just making sure that I'm not missing out on anything. Kells the Mad. Are you still here, you beautiful bean? You requested something like 30 minutes ago, and I've been so wrapped up in the conversation that I've completely missed it. Valence have assured what the chances. I know, right? It's quite the nice, careful conversation we're in it. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure you picked up on it, but it's all about power dynamics and experiences. Yeah, for those people that are not aware of the power dynamics in a dom sub situation, the dom has all of the power, the sub has all the control. The dom can do all of the things. All of the things to the sub. Can give them a good spanking, can give them a cat and nine tails, can drip wax on whatever has been pre-negotiated, you know what I mean? They have all of the power to do the things. But the control is in the safe word or the safe signal that the sub has. The sub chooses to give that control to the dominant person. The bottom chooses to give the control to the top. But the control is still theirs to take back when they feel they need to, or when they feel they want to. Do you know what I mean? If they're not enjoying it, similar situation, you know? She's far more confident these days, and that experience was a massive learning curve for her. And frankly, our relationship never recovered, as I couldn't dom her as she wanted anymore. I just couldn't trust her. Absolutely, yeah. Trust would be fucking broken, well and truly. She's the brightest of all brats now, and very vocal. So yeah, I guess. But for me, it'll probably still gets you. Yeah, you know someone very well. No, I absolutely get that, Rach. Absolutely fucking get that, because that would mess me up. I would never be able to trust them again. I would never be able to trust them again. You didn't tell me the dinosaur would make me cry. Also, hi, I love you. The discussion is serious. We're talking about safe words and power dynamics and stuff like that, Crow. But I'm glad. I don't know. I haven't played the dinosaur with double D's yet. I haven't played it yet, so I don't know what to expect. I'm sure we'll get through it and see how it is. But thank you very much. I'm glad that you felt emotions for lizards with tits. I'm glad you felt that. I did meet a Dom recently who seemed to do it for performance. Look how hard I can hit rather than a shared experience. Yeah, I've definitely met Doms like that before. Look how hard I can hit this person. He's like, did you warm them up? I mean, maybe they did because I wasn't there for the beginning of it, but it doesn't feel that way. Yeah. Anatomy of Zydrate. Zydrate comes in a little glass vial. Yes. Come here often, cheeky devils. I think you were the one that brought them here, Crow, you cheeky devil. That would hit me really hard too. A sub not telling me that they hit a hard limit would feel like I'm exuding an aura of unapproachableness and mockery. Like I'd look down upon their performance. It would send me on a really dark self-doubting trip. I am getting a physical reaction to the mere thought of it. Yeah, I mean, you saw my physical reaction to it. So yeah, it would fuck me up. It would well and truly fuck me up. So I'm glad that I'm glad that I haven't experienced that, but fuck. Yeah, that would mess me up. Such a cute cancer. I appreciate your openness. Anytime, Bella. Anytime. I try always be open-minded. I'll be skeptical as fuck of an awful lot of things, but I will always try and be open-minded. At least to listen. Do you know what I mean? I may listen and critique, but I'll always listen. Playing a lot of therapy on it, I'm not surprised. Not surprised yet. Second or third, I think. Cheeky devils. Doing good. I wasn't informed it could break my heart, but overall hilarious. I didn't even know it could break your heart. I got no fucking idea. The only thing I know about it was like a very, very brief thing where I went into somebody else's stream. We raided out to the head of my stream team, Selena, and the information I got was, this is a dating game about a dinosaur with massive tits, and you can change the sound that their vulva makes. Which I was like, well, this seems like a very interesting game. This is the kind of game that I would play on the Questionable Game Emporium when I was running the Questionable Game Emporium, but okay. Alrighty. It's available on Twitch. Sure, I'll play it on Twitch. Why not? You know? Chaos Kitten, welcome on in. How you doing? Been a very enlightening and interesting conversation. We do our best. I find it very enlightening and interesting because there's so many different dynamics that... I mean, I am a colossal filth wizard. I say it, but I mean it. Do you know what I mean? I spent all of the times when I was working this weekend, I was doing research around sex toys and deviances and ancient historical sex practices and stuff like that. Like this, I find this entire facet, the entire dynamic of sex and everything around sex, including BDSM and stuff like that, to be super fucking interesting. It is like a passion for me. So I find it all very, very interesting. So I know a cosmic fuck ton, but I like the amount that I actually know in comparison to everybody's experiences. So like that is literally scratching the surface. It's like if you imagine the entire world of kink, sex, debauchery, deviancy, BDSM, or everything, every variety of sexuality and sexually related things, including non-sexual things like BDSM and stuff like that, you know, is an ocean. All right. I have thrown a bucket in the ocean and I have pulled that bucket out, and everything in that bucket is what I know about it. Now, my bucket is infinitely bigger than other. In fact, you know what? I might even say, go so far as to say I've thrown a bath into the ocean, pulled the bath out, and every bit of knowledge in that bath is what I know about the subject. Which is great. I know a lot more than most people around the subject. But I still look out at that ocean and go, there's so much more to learn. There is so much more to know. You know? So, yeah, that is exactly how I throw that dynamic. Do you know what I mean? It would be very bratty not to vote for that. It would be. It would be. I don't think it's going to be in this week's one because I spent more than I thought I was spending. So I don't think it's going to be this week. But when I own it, it will be in the vote. You can absolutely fucking guarantee it. Absolutely fucking guarantee it. For me personally, I am a big man in size and in personality. The number one feedback I get on performance reviews has been for the past decade is very dominant and can easily mentally overpower other people in meetings or groups, etc. It is not that I do this all the time, but often I can, and when I want it / feel the need, I'm extremely aware. Okay. It's not that I do this all the time, but I can when I want it or feel the need to. Okay. I'm extremely aware of this, and therefore I will always keep a break on myself and try to check in with people. I also tend to focus on others' pleasure over my own. Okay. But sometimes, and I am learning to be more easy with this, I can indulge myself in my own pleasure, and I will lose myself in the moment and my own fun, and that it can be quite sadistic and mean. If the scene is done and we have not even hit any orange or yellow, then I am doubting if I did not accidentally overpower them and force them past their own line of confidence. It is something that I need to unlearn or approach differently. I hope this makes sense. I am better vocally than in writing, and I felt that I got lost in my words. No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Sembar, because and let me rephrase it, and you can tell me whether I'm getting the right lines or not, or what have you. Throughout your life, you have always been seen in regards to like your professional work, or when you're having like, say, philosophical conversations or political conversations with friends, as a very confident, knowledgeable individual who is passionate. And as a result of that, people can see you in certain social dynamics as very overpowering. You've got a very important point that you want to make, and you are going to get that point across. Not that you're not open to listening, but just that you're like, this is the knowledge that I have. I've done all of this research. I'm very well knowledgeable in this field. And we've had many conversations like that between me and you, Sembar, in regards to like conversations about stuff that you know a lot around. We've had a lot of debates where I disagree with you or where you disagree with me, but as a very self-confident person and somebody who is also very knowledgeable and some may even say intelligent, we can respectfully and consensually butt heads and disagree with each other and continue that conversation. However, somebody that isn't as confident as me could be like, okay, yeah, all right, I'm just gonna allow you to okay, you're pushing your point in a way that is overpowering to some people of some people's dispositions. And I get that entirely, because I am exactly the same. I remember getting very confused the first time that I was called intimidating as fuck. And I was like, what do you mean? I am very like open and approachable, or I always thought I did. And it's like, just sheerly my confidence makes people like can be intimidating to certain people. So I completely fucking get that dynamic. But when you take that dynamic of what people have talked about you and your personality and the way you are as a person, and then you put it into a control play space where you are playing with the dynamics of control and what have you, I can fully understand the thought process of, I am doing this thing with this person. I want them to be enjoying themselves and loving themselves and doing all the bits and pieces that is involved in being my submissive. And I'm going to push myself as well as pushing them, with the trust that they are going to say something. If they don't say something, then your brain immediately goes, oh, well, everyone keeps telling me that I am very overpowering, and that I can get my point across or push my point across in certain circumstances. Was this one of those circumstances? Was this a circumstance where the person wanted to stop but didn't feel that they were able to? Was this a circumstance where the person like felt their limit be met, but they didn't feel like they were able to speak up because of the overpowering nature of the person that I am? Yeah, 100% that. Yeah, so with that dynamic, I can 100% understand that dynamic, and I can 100% understand the thing of if you get that, like with somebody pulling brakes. I used the bike analysis earlier, just pulling the brakes a little bit. Somebody being like, "Oh, Amber." You're like, okay, they've immediately communicated that we're approaching one of their limits. I now know that they are going to communicate if we are approaching a boundary. I now know that they have their own limits that they will not allow me to cross through clear communication. Yeah, I can completely understand that thought process. 100%. 100%. Yeah, get it. I get it. And thank you very much for being very open and communicative about that, and letting us all share in that knowledge, because it's a very interesting perspective that I'd never really considered before. But very interesting. Very, very interesting. And it's good to know that that kind of dynamic does exist. Because I'm sure that you will not be the only person. I'm sure there will be other people in this community that might not feel that they would like to come forward and say that is them, but they're like, oh, actually, this is ringing really true with me. Do you know what I mean? So I really appreciate you being open with that, and sharing that with us. Went from chair fucking sim to dead dinosaur was a hard pivot, honestly. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me at all. Did you ever wake up, kiss the person beside you, and realize how lucky you are? I just did, and apparently I won't be able to fly on this airline anymore. Fucking hell. Dabber Cogsworth, good lord. What do you like? Just so you're aware, Dabber Cogsworth, I'm not sure you were here for it before. I've asked the entire community that if we're talking about something like really serious, like this situation, and this is not me having a go or criticizing or what have you. This is merely just me highlighting a boundary that you might not have been here for. If we're having a serious conversation like this, like where we're talking about the intricacies of power play and control play and stuff like that, I would appreciate it if people didn't make jokes, because it jars me out of like my mind. That one wasn't so bad because we kind of have rounded up the point, as it were, but I'm just communicating, like, if we're talking about something serious, I would appreciate it if people didn't make jokes during those moments. Okay, just purely so that I'm not jarred out of, like, I'm talking seriously and intricately about a subject and then I'm jarred out of it because of a dad joke or something like that and what have you. No criticism to you at all. More like me just highlighting a boundary. Okay. That situation was part of the reason why I stepped back from the scene for a while. I was very well known as the Dom, very well known as a Dom, and used to train other Doms, some who are now professional. I'm very proud. I'm glad to hear it. But it absolutely put me in a consent crisis. Upon re-entering the scene, I decided to explore my subside, which has been enlightening. Love that. Absolutely love that. I'm very glad that you have chosen to re-enter the scene, because I understand. I know an awful lot of people who, once they leave the scene, especially when it comes to like the kink scene, once they leave the scene, that's them out. Completely out. They're fucking out. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you were able to reapproach it and be like, do you know what? Actually, I'm gonna do this from a different side. I'm gonna explore something a bit different for me. You know, it's always good to learn about ourselves. You know, always good to learn about ourselves. Thank you for covering us with your ocean lotion. You're very welcome. I'm glad to hear that, Miss Coco Bay. I hope it all goes very well for you. Glad you found a way around it. Exactly. Yeah. 100% yeah. Bit like once a boundary's been set, you can trust that the person isn't people pleasing. Yeah, exactly. Happy to read that. You found a way back to back that you are comfortable with. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you by now identifies the switch, but in order to dom someone properly, I really take time to build the trust. Understandably, because trust very much goes both ways for sure. It's not just the sub trusting the dom; it's the dom trusting the sub, as we've just discussed. Do you know what I mean? I bit my ADHD tongue about 5 to 10 times and held back from making jokes. I'm trying to be good. I appreciate that. I very, very much appreciate that, Eric. I really do. And do you know what? That goes for absolutely everybody. I also, please understand, friends, that I understand that not everyone's going to be here for the entire conversation. Not everyone's going to be here for the whole dynamics. I also understand that sometimes we have really fucking serious conversations out of fucking nowhere. Do you know what I mean? So I understand when people come in and are just like, oh, this is great things. I've rejoined the chat. Here's a joke because dad jokes and Valen and cringing. Do you know what I mean? Valen cringing is very funny. I get it completely and utterly. I also get, and I fully understand, that there are people in the community that struggle with serious topics, that struggle with deep, intricate dynamics, especially when we start talking about stuff like sex and stuff like that, you know, because they themselves feel awkward. And they're like, oh, I feel awkward. I'm going to say a joke to lighten the mood a little bit. Completely understand that. Comedy and like saying jokes and humor is a fantastic way of dealing with so very, very much. Absolutely 110%. I'm just saying that I would prefer it. Like, I'm setting my boundary and being like, hey, I would prefer it if people didn't do that while we were having the serious topic conversations, because when my brain is in that zone of like serious topic, intricacies, different dynamics, being respectful for everyone in the community, making sure that I am inquisitive but not nosy, making sure that I am respectful and genuine, and like just making sure that my curiosity doesn't go too far and stuff like that. My brain goes into a very specific place. And like today's been all right. Today's been okay. Like people have been great with the jokes have been quite lighthearted and stuff like that. And when I've got to read them, it's been in a nice enough place where my brain hasn't been jolted, you know. But when I'm in that brain space and I read a joke, my brain goes, "Oh, I've got to deal with something else now. Oh shit, right? What was I doing? What was I doing? I was in the brain space, and now I need to get back into that brain space, you know." And again. Reiterating, not a criticism of anybody, fully understand why people do it, so fully understand that probably most people just didn't fucking know. All fine dandy, not an issue at all. I'm just asking politely for I'm just like, hey, this is my this is my little boundary that I would appreciate people respecting, you know. Lunacorn, thank you very much for giving a sub to Miss Uki. I also saw a cheeky little Rebel Nay in here. Could I get a shout out for Miss Uki and for Rebel Nay, please? I'd appreciate that. Both beautiful individuals who I love very, very dearly. Okay. I should not describe your name on the mirror vein. Yeah. By having your name on the mirror vein, it means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes, but the most important thing. Look, there's okay. Been playing through Legend of Zelda, one of the all-time favorite Legend of Zelda games. Many people love this game. Yeah. People go check out Uki. Uki's a wonderful human being, delightfully creepy and wholesome in every way, shape, or form. Miss Uki has the same wholesome vibes as The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's the best way I can describe it. All right. And also go check out Rebel Nay. Rebel Nay is a wonderful human being, very, very good friend of mine. If you like delightfully interesting conversations and vegan recipes, and bits and pieces, then you should go check out Rebel Nay, because they're a wonderful human being. Glorious and spectacular. All of these glorious human beings. Oh, I'm surrounded by such talent. By having your name on the mirror of any means, you get access to my personal Snapchat. Not a bum Snapchat, of course, you get access to all those sexy little emotes, but the most important thing, Oogie, the most important thing is you got to roll over every morning, look in the mirror and go, God, do I look rough? But goddamn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy, ooh, yes, meow, you know? Oh. I am very sleepy for those people that have just joined us because I have been nerding all weekend. We went away to an Airbnb, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Went away to an Airbnb and played a Cyberpunk tabletop roleplay game for 3 nights in a row. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. And we started at about 6 p.m., 7 p.m. And then we played through till 4 a.m., which was great for them because they all sleep through till about midday. Whereas I wake up at 8:30 every morning. So I am fucking knackered. Absolutely fucking knackered. But yeah, as a result, my brain is a bit Weasley. Where was I? Yes, I can trust that my sub will still call out their own boundaries, even if I get deeper into my role, and makes me more certain that I can do so safely. Yes, yeah, I fully understand that. We're only going to have serious conversations from now on, so Valen can avoid dad jokes. Yeah, if only Lux. We all know that ain't gonna happen. We all know that's gonna happen. I'm proud of you. I mean this honestly, no joke. I know that it can be rough, especially with ADHD and often more problems with impulse control. Absolutely, and also the fact that, like I said, some people use humor to deal with awkwardness. And I get it. I understand it. I'm just saying that I would rather it didn't happen in this scenario. If people are struggling with the conversation, I completely understand. I will never, ever, ever criticize somebody for feeling like they need to walk away from the conversation. Do you know what I mean? At all, by any stretch of imagination. Like if conversations that we have are too much for you, or they're too intricate, or they're too deep, or they're too triggering in certain circumstances, or what have you, you have every opportunity to walk away from the situation. And I will never hold it against you. Never, ever, ever hold it against you. You know, you are setting your own boundaries. You've got your own dynamics, and what have you. And again, I understand people not knowing what's going on, having just joined or been away for a bit and coming back and being like, oh, I'll just tell a joke and what have you. I just ask that people take a moment to realize what I'm doing before they just throw jokes out there, you know? And if I am if I am having a serious conversation, then I would like to not be jarred out of my own brain thought process, you know? Sending warm energies to all. I'll happily take your warm energies. And Rebel Nay, how you doing, you beautiful individual? You were looking fantastic earlier, my dear. I was lurking your stream, but you were looking absolutely glorious. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I like it when things get serious. Feels like I'm really talking to people, for me personally, and no finger pointing. I absolutely drown if it's only superficially. Oh yeah, only superficiality. What a great word that is. Maro, how you doing, you beautiful individual? Yeah, I love a good, deep, intricate conversation. I had a really, really good one this weekend with my friends, where we were talking about tabletop roleplay games and boundaries and the dynamics of when is people pleasing too much. I'm not going to go into the conversation because I don't have the brain power, but it was a very, very intricate conversation around roleplay games changing in order to please their audiences, but as a result, negating some of the integral structures that make that roleplay game interesting and fun. It was like a conversation around tabletop roleplay games touching on censorship, standardization, and people pleasing. Interesting, to say the least. No wonder my brain's all gooey. Nanashi, how you doing, you wonderful individual? It's been a while. How you doing? How's it going? Happy New Year. We had a deep conversation around dom-sub relationships and how important it is for the subs to be clear about their limits. Yes, and how important it is for doms to be clear about their limits as well. Doms have to be very, very clear about their limits, because there are a lot of things that I, as a dominant individual, just won't do. I don't like it. It doesn't make me feel good. It doesn't make me feel like humiliation play is a perfect example. I know a lot of people that are really into being humiliated. They fucking love being humiliated. I hate it. I will not do it. So one of the limits for me, I don't like demeaning people. I don't like making people feel small unless I think they deserve it. And when I say deserve it, I mean justice complex. I don't mean they've asked me. Do you know what I mean? If I respect somebody, I do not want to make them, I don't want to belittle them, you know? And I will not play with somebody I don't respect. So everybody has their own limits. It's about clear communication of those limits. Don't do it often, but you deserve pure vanity. Oh, you Lunicon, I appreciate that, you beautiful individual. Can't have a shout out for Miss Uki, but you can have a shout out for Uki. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Best mantra, try my best. Try my best. I'm enjoying these whole talks and sat very interested. I keep forgetting to do stuff as it deserves to be listened to properly. I appreciate that. Well, this is the reason why I started doing all of the podcast stuff, because I wanted people to be able to listen to it properly. Now, it just turned out that it ended up being far more work than was beneficial to me from a business point of view. If I was earning fucking $5,000 a month from some weird side projects or what have you, then I would probably be like, do you know what, I'm going to set some time aside to do the podcast again, because even though it's not financially viable for me, it's still interesting and the word needs put out there. But yeah, it's just unfortunate the situation is as it is. I've got to prioritize things that actually allow me to live, you know. Robin is a wonderful human being. Found her because of our wonderful Valen when she popped in here once with a recently Humpty Dumpty'd leg. So thankful of you pointing her in her direction. Eric, it is my absolute pleasure, friend. My absolute pleasure. I genuinely love sending you all to go and see like other streamer friends of mine. I fucking love doing it. This is the reason why we raid at the end of every single stream, because I think it is worth you meeting new people. I think it's worth you finding new people and seeing what's going on, what have you. You might find people, the other streamers that you like more than you like me, and that's okay. That's all right. Because I also know that when people raid in here, some of them may find me more not interesting, but more like we've got better chemistry, like we connect better than they might do with other streamers. I would much rather people view the streamers that they want to view, and as a result, were people that view me are people that actively want to view me. Do you know what I mean? How's it going, Stiaklo? How you doing? Stiaklo. How you doing, you beautiful individual? I will never get your name right, but I appreciate you being here. I'm exhausted, but I have so much fun. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. In all good ways, though, I've done my volunteer things whilst listening, while sort of doing things. It's taking me 2 hours of what I normally do in 45 minutes. That's all right. I do that all the fucking time, Lunicon. All the fucking time. It is very much a go-to thing for me. For sure. For sure. Still productive? Yeah, exactly. Giving up now today? Don't blame you. Don't blame you. Can't play Rent with somebody's pure appreciation? Absolutely. Yeah, you can't play appreciation and, well, more exposure. Exposure does not pay the rent. Exposure does not pay the rent, despite how many times the corporations and what have you are trying to get it to, you know? Right, friends. Shit, there's an advert playing. Fuck. I was going to show you. Do you know what? I'm gonna get it all set up. I'm gonna get it all set up so that it's ready to fucking go. Music. Pause. Because I want to show you this. House I was in. My life. Why is it not? There we go. Okay, we're in ads. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until the ads are done, and then I'm gonna show you this house. In fact, you know what? I can literally actually leave the music on because I've muted this video so that we can all, so I can talk over the top of it. So I can talk over the top of it. There we go. Perfect. Perfecto. I must say, I think that you look much sexier in a beard than Ellie would. I don't know. I reckon that Rebel Nay could, if Rebel Nay could grow a fetching beard, I think she'd look quite delightful. I could see it. I could see it. Absolutely. Still need to cash in my NHS claps from COVID. Should be worth a fortune. Yeah, I mean, surely by now you've got all of the interest off the back of it as well, right? Right? There'll be all the interest off the back of it, yeah? No? That's what I heard, that the NHS claps come for those people that are not aware. When COVID happened and the horrific fucking situation it was, the UK government had the wonderful idea that it was like 6 p.m. every night or 6 p.m. every Thursday. Everyone would go to their front doors. So they were emotionally distancing. So they were socially distancing. They would go to their front doors and they would applaud the National Health Service. Didn't stop them from like having parties in government and shit like that. But the members of the public would clap and applaud the NHS so they could hear it wherever they were. And you know what? Every Thursday around the time I was getting home, very embarrassing. Honestly, I feel like the first time, it was probably that first Thursday that the UK joined together and we all applauded the NHS workers and people that worked for the NHS, hearing the support that they were getting from the great British public. I genuinely think that a lot of people would have felt wholesome. They would have felt warm in their souls. They would have been like, do you know what? That is beautiful that I get this support. This is absolute, like, genuinely, I feel supported by the members of the public. And then within a week, when we realized that the NHS wasn't properly given the correct PPE, they weren't given things, people were being stupid with social distancing, people were refusing to wear masks. I think that it was one of those things that the first time it happened, everyone was like, this is really fucking wholesome. And then as soon as it stopped, everyone was like, well, this is a piss take. This is patronizing as fuck. Everyone's fucking applauding the NHS and then yet not doing anything to actually help the situation. You bunch of pricks. I am glad that I didn't work for the NHS. For two reasons. One, because I'm not qualified and would have made a mess of things. Two, because I would have been fucking furious. I would have been such a little dickhead about it. Patronizing as fuck. You know? Oh god, I'm triggered. Right, Bella? Let me tell you, when I first moved into this house, I didn't have access to the internet or TV. When I heard people clapping in the streets, I was wondering what the fuck was going on because I thought we were meant to be distancing. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's amazing. Give the NHS the clap. God, hope not. I hope not. Don't know, Ellie, the most attractive dwarven ladies in D&D all sport full luscious beards. You can maybe pull one off. Yeah, exactly. Dear God, I hope I don't grow a beard. Oh, I don't know. I reckon you could. I tell you what. I think that you shouldn't grow a beard, personally, Ellie. However, I think if you did grow a beard, you'd suit it. All right. I think you would be able to pull it off. You know. We're all fucked in a zombie outbreak. Oh, Tabby, if there's a zombie outbreak, I will probably be the first to fucking go. I will be the first to fucking go. Right, let's go over here, friends. And hopefully it all works. It does. It does. Look at that. All right, okay. In which case, let me just move it slightly. Fucking hell. Bastard things. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, that'll fucking do. That's great. Okay, friends. I was away at the weekend. Many of you will have heard this because I've said it a few times, but, you know, sleep delirium. I was away at the weekend. The idea was that me and my friends, we do this every so often. It normally happens once, maybe twice a year, okay? Very, very rare situation where me and the friends that I used to play Dungeons and Dragons with when I was a teenager, played Dungeons and Dragons and Vampire the Masquerade with when I was a teenager, okay? We, as adults, as fully grown adults now, we will book like an Airbnb or a fucking lodge somewhere. We will go there on a Friday and we will play role-play games for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, come back on the Monday. Okay? In amongst that, we play like board games, we go for walks, we go out for like meals somewhere or whatever. We go and do other bits and pieces. Okay? But we like that is what we do. We go and we play like D&D or Vampire the Masquerade, or this weekend we were playing Cyberpunk. So we get an Airbnb, go elsewhere, just fuck off for the weekend, and just go and enjoy playing games and what have you. Disconnect from the world for a little bit, and what have you. Okay, and this is what I did this weekend. So we went to an Airbnb, and I'm going to show you the Airbnb. I'm going to go through it in a second, because it was sensational. Every single time we've gone to a different place, we're just like different place. This is the first time that we've ever been somewhere where we've been like, when we do this again, we're going to come back to this place. The first time where it's like, okay, we've done this for a while now, we're going to come back to this place because it was so fucking good. All right. Let me catch up with things. So my sister-in-law was so annoyed by the clapping from the start. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I'm glad I returned to the NHS for COVID. The claps made it all worth it. Oh, I can imagine. Oh, well, wow. Yeah. I took chocolates. I took chocolates to the local emergency service. Like the whole Royal Infirmary. I went in with like big boxes of like chocolates for all the people on the fucking first line of defense. And I was just like, take the chocolates. You people are doing fucking amazing job. Here, have these chocolates. You can put them in the break room and just thank you. I don't need any assistance. Just put these in your fucking break room or what have you and snaffle away because you're doing an amazing job and I appreciate you. And then walked out. That was what I did. That was my way of saying thank you to the NHS. I didn't need to fucking clap. I took them chocolates. Do dwarves do roleplay with their beards? Question of the ages. Good question. I don't know. Maybe they weave them into their pubes and strum them like a harp. I managed to arrive home from work during one of the claps. Not the NHS, but a key worker. I hid in my car until it was done. Oh, no way. Really? Chaos Kitten? Yeah. We're over here now. Yes. I just took a little detour. You know what I mean? Very wise. The gas ban did in a way. I did in a way. Yeah, I disappeared out. For a bit. That sounds like a question for the dungeon master. Exactly. Yeah. I'm so jealous of this. Good. I'm glad to hear it. The beard thing reminded me of the Blackadder quote from Lord Flashheart. Hello, Nursey. Like the beard. Gives me something to hang on to. Woof. Exactly that. Right. Okay, friends. So this was me in my room. In fact, you know what? I did a cheesy thing where I was like, oh, look, I've woken up. Oh, look at that. This is me this is the room that I stayed in. As you can see, I slept in and what have you. Going out of the doorway. This was like one of the living rooms, okay? Or in fact, this was the living room. So in here, we played Articulate, which is a board game around describing things. That was the garden space. In the back, you see all the trees and what have you? There was like a den that was made. So like if the kids come around and what have you can see that. Through here, into like a study area. I did have the option. Can I just pause it there? Yeah. As you can see, look at these are all board games that we brought with us. Articulate there. But these are all board games that we brought with us to enjoy at the thingy. I think I've realized that I've cut off a little bit there. That's right. So we brought all these board games with us. But I did get asked if I wanted to, like when I was doing my work and stuff, whether I wanted to sit in the study area because it was fucking gorgeous. I love this color. The entire aesthetic of this room, I was like, yes, that's fucking amazing. But because of the fact that it was like part of a corridor, I was like, I feel like a receptionist. I would rather just have my laptop on my knee and just fucking have like sat there while they're playing fucking table tennis or pool or foosball. I can just sit there typing away and working all my shit out. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna flip my head, do the royal wave as I entered the house like it was a red carpet. I think I made my best choice. Absolutely. I didn't know my street were aware, but the local corner shop told everyone. So one week when I got back, they all directed their pots and pans and clapped at me. Normally, I'd be half stripped off when I pull into my drive to throw my clothes straight into the machine, get showered. Had to quickly rearrange before getting out of the car. That's amazing. That is fucking amazing. Give me all the board games now. We played a couple of board games. We played Settlers of Catan. which I don't think I'd ever played before, but I know it's a very popular one. A lot of people really like it. We played a game called Resistance, which was all about identifying the spies in our midst. It got very heated, very aggro, shouting at each other, saying, "You're evil, you're the spy, you're the wrong one." And then we played Articulate, which is kind of like charades, but you've got to describe what it is, describe the thing, which again got very heated. Thank you so much for all these beautiful people lurking, by the way. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. I don't say it enough, but thank you very much. I really appreciate it. This looks amazing. What's the price range? Could a poor electrician student afford to go there? Druid as a Midian.
7 months already.
7 months already. Good lord, Druid as a Midian. Oh, I won't change the thing just yet. I'll just do it here. I'll just do it here. Druid as a Midian. I shall now scrap your name from the mirror vein. Oop. By having your name pulled the mirror vein means you get access to my personal Snapchat, not a bum Snapchat, you cheeky devil. And of course, you get access to all the sexy little emotes. But the most important thing is you got to roll over every morning, look in the mirror. Good God, do I look rough? But god damn, do I make rough look good? Ooh, sexy. Oh, yes, meow. You know? You know? Oh. You're beautiful being you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that, Druid as a Minion. I really appreciate that. This is amazing. What's the price range? Could a poor electrician student afford to go there? I tell you what, Eric, remind me at the end, and we'll do a guesstimation. Okay, we'll do a guesstimation as to what price people think it was, and then I'll tell you exactly how much it cost. All right, this is like 3 rooms. All right, I didn't go into the other boys' bedrooms because they all have bedrooms and stuff like that. But so we've seen my bedroom, the living room, and the study space. All right. So go on through the study space, the corridor. That's my mate. They all consented to be in this video, by the way. So we've got the foosball table. So this is like the conservatory area. Okay. The foosball table, and then this table was as you can see, like down here, it's like a pool table. These top bits could be used as a dining table, or if you flip those top bits around, it's all blue and it becomes a table tennis table. Okay. Catan is great fun. The other 2 I've heard about but not tried myself. They were very fun, but it does get very heated. Because it's all about usurping each other and what have you, you know? And one way to make sure that you don't use the corner shop again. Yeah, yeah, exactly right. As you saving live, I would. I do not. Yeah. Key worker, though? Yeah. How many times have you explained that your Snapchat isn't a bum Snapchat at this point? Oh, yeah, 1,000,000 times. God knows how many times. So this was like a table tennis table once you flipped it out, or a pool table or what have you. I spent a lot of time on this sofa here just working. And again, just looking at the fucking garden, it was absolutely fucking beautiful. That was an open, a heater thing. I tried to open this door, but I couldn't. Right, do I pause around here? No, I don't. I tried to open the door, but I couldn't. That's the mate of mine. There's the guy who GMs all of our games. The kitchen over here, where we spent a lot of time socializing every morning. As I said, I was the one that woke up the first because I woke up at fucking 8:30 or what have you. So every morning I'd come and light this fire. So by the time the other lads came in for like breakfast and stuff like that, the entire kitchen was like really toasty warm. We got like a load of logs and stuff like that we went and bought. So, you know, House Looks Delightful is so good. It's a willy Snapchat. How dare you? How dare you? I have a spindly goblin cock. I do not have a willy. So, that was that. Then here... Oh, do you know what? Did I stop on it? Did I stop on it? There's, like, obviously a laundry room. Do you see this here? I didn't stop on it. All right. This here. Lost socks. And this, not that you can really see it, but it's got, like, a line with pegs on it where you can peg up your lost socks until you find the one that's matching it, because we fucking wear matching socks because we're not complete Philistines. But it does say that one thing that let it down, as I said earlier, there's lost socks and it says looking for their soulmate. Disgusting. Disgusting. Glorious little bathroom. This was the bathroom that I used. Loved the fucking paint job. There's me. My little bathroom. The good fucking golden things. Big wave. Good old me doing a wave. So SOLE. And then up the stairs. Okay. So that was the ground floor. All right. Already pretty fucking impressive. All right. Already pretty fucking impressive. Nice living space, bedroom downstairs, a little office space, a conservatory with a variety of different games. Oh, there's no... Oh, yeah. Oh, Eric, don't you fucking even, sunshine. Did you share a bathroom? No, that bathroom I used that for me because there was an ensuite and then there was another one upstairs. Okay. So... And then the gorgeous fucking kitchen area. And then there was obviously like a laundry room. That also led to a garage. So it had like an electric car port. So you could like charge your electric car and shit like that. Okay. Now down that corridor, there was a bedroom. I didn't go down that corridor because that's where the other boys were staying. And they were all packing up and getting themselves sorted. But down that corridor, there was 2 rooms with 2 single beds each. And a double bedroom and another bathroom down there. So just so you are, I didn't go down the corridor because I didn't feel the need to. Do you know what I mean? I did, however, invade my buddy's room because this is like the master bedroom. Because I wanted you to see the fucking grandiose nature of this fucking master bedroom. TV, wank sofa where you just sit, perch yourself on the little wank sofa down there and just furiously masturbate. Obviously, big old double bed. Huge fucking ensuite. Look at the size of this bloody ensuite. Ridiculous. Bloody ridiculous, I tell ya. Outrageous. There was a period of time. Oh, there was a period of time, and not that you see it, but there's a period of time just this way here. There's like a seat up on the top of the landing, and I sat in there for a while I was doing some other work, or just because I needed a bit of quiet, you know. And the bidet, absolutely. Absolutely. So you can water pistol your asshole. You know what I mean? A cuck sofa. I wouldn't say it was a cuck sofa. I'd say it was the masturbatorium. Do you know what I mean? Because it wasn't like you could sit and just watch other people getting boned. You're more like you sat there and watched a porno. You know what I mean? Palatious and salacious. Okay. So we have seen the downstairs area where I was sleeping. All of the living arrangements, all of the nice little foosball, the shits and giggles, the fun and games and what have you. Gorgeous fucking place. Nice little study. Gorgeous kitchen area. Very, very well maintained and so that. Fucking loads and loads of plates. Like we weren't lacking anything. Do you know what I mean? Why is there a grin? Why was I a bit scared? I mean, do you know what I mean? Why am I thinking there's more? Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. And the next bit is particularly interesting. Specifically for people who play tabletop roleplay games. Okay? But I'll get to it. And then we've seen upstairs. I've obviously indicated where the other bedrooms were and what have you. And you've seen the master bedroom. You've seen this big old fucking landing. And just this side, there was like a big fucking wingback chair that I think I'll show you in a minute. But thing is, okay. So the next bit, very important for tabletop role players. Okay? So for tabletop role players, a lot of people play around like a dining room table, or they'll play like a dining room table so you can all hang out, you know what I mean? Some people play like in a living room, so you're all sat there on like sofas and bits and pieces and what have you. Some people play online, or like using Discord or what have you, or using Roll20 where you can show like maps and show like where people are and get different dynamics or graphics or what have you. This was the room that I'm about to show you was the room that we played our roleplay in for the 3 nights we were there, from 6 or 7 p.m. through till 4 a.m. Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Okay? Behold the home cinema. Behold the home cinema. We rigged up the computer, the GM's computer, to the home cinema so that we could see all of the map, all of that big fucking screen there. In fact, you know what? That big screen there We rigged the GM's computer to that so you could project the map on there. So you could see everybody. Everyone could see what the fuck was going on. We were all sat around. All of these chairs fold into lounges. So you can get your fucking legs up and you can just chill out and you can curl up. They were so fucking cozy. They were just real relaxed and what have you. Obviously, it was the table in the middle there. And also this table here was covered in snacks. So we could just graze throughout the night. You know what I mean? Snaffily away. 20 years of DMing, not even kidding. Oh, fucking love it. Love it. Pre-COVID, you used to use a big corner table, a local pub. Yeah, exactly, right? I know a few people do it. Akante, how you doing, you beautiful individual? Like, obviously, these ornate fucking statues. We rearranged it a little bit so that this chair, or the chair that you see in the background here, that was right by. So we put one of the big armchairs, like right there. Put one of the big armchairs right there so that the GM, the guy who was running the game, could sit there right by the big fuck off screen and he could see all the bits and pieces. We pushed this sofa like a little bit further back so that nobody was going to peek around the GM screen or anything like that. And then those two seats there was me and a friend of mine. We basically sat on those seats and just like leaned them all back, put our legs up, lounged in luxury while rolling our math rocks. You see that? There, you see in the background there, that wingback chair. I spent a fair amount of time on that, doing the bits and pieces, doing work and stuff like that. I think I then go out to show everybody out the front. If I remember, that's the wingback chair that I spent a fair amount of time in. Nice. I know, it's so good in it. No squeezing between there. And yeah, no squeezing. No squeezing. Little under the stair thing for thingies. And then this was the front of the place. Which was like big fuck off drive. And that's where we drove in. I put my hand up so you don't see the number plates. The number plates of the cars. But yeah, that was it. That was the place where we stayed for like the 4 days. And that big fucking home cinema thing. The best thing was that on the video, on the pictures on Airbnb, on the photos of Airbnb, everything looked tiny. So we were like, oh, it's going to be really cramped, but it'll be good with the big screen or what have you. And then when you walk in, it's just so fucking spacious. It's like, Jesus Christ, we've been lied to. This is amazing. You know? Which TTRPG were you playing? Aha! Okay, Eric. So, what it was we were playing a Cyberpunk adjacent TTRPG. So the world of Cyberpunk, okay, or near enough the world of Cyberpunk, the future. However, my friend, the gentleman you saw in the kitchen there, he has written an entire rulebook that is 281 pages so far. One of the reasons why we were playing this game, by the way, is so that we could test it out for him. But he's written an entire rulebook that is like 281 pages so far, like a draft rulebook. We were the beta testers, effectively. Of basically adapting the D&D system, the D20 Dungeons and Dragons system, to be used in a Cyberpunk universe. So it was like D20s, and like each of the weapons did like D8s or D6s or what have you. So it was using the D&D system, but with a Cyberpunk skin. Slight differences, obvious. But yeah, this was like his own unique like tabletop roleplay show, tabletop roleplay game. I'm gonna go back in again just so I can pause it and just take a moment to marvel, because it was so fucking good. It was so fucking good. Now, on top of that, let me catch up with chat because there is something else I want to say. Now I'm gonna have to work out how I'm gonna show you. Oh no, I can do it that way. I can do it that way. Oh, I can do it that way. That's the way I can do it. Okay. Cyberpunk, exactly. Right, so if I escape from there, and then actually, I think I put it up in here. Or not, as the case may be. Oh no, I know where I'll put it. I know where I'll put it. There. Now. Oh yes, that's great actually. That's great. That works. Let me catch up with chat and then I'll show you the last thing that we did. Ooh, what I can also do is this, because there was more. There was more on top of it all. There was more. I just need to grab a photo that I took. Was it in here? No. In which case I'll put it in here, presumably. No, it wasn't there. It was here. Oh my god, where the fuck did I put this photo? Nope. Doesn't matter. I will do it. I will fix it now so that I can show everybody. That's cool. Open image in new tab. Close that. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, there we go. Right. Where was I? Where was I? Yeah. I'm glad that you're all getting exactly the same reaction as I had when I went into this place. I was like, fuck me, this is amazing. No squeezing between there. Not a chance. You used to play it in a room that was... Ooh. Oh, the one in the group booked in their landlord's apartment house. Oh, yeah. No plates for you. Exactly. I have big brains. My friends have got fancy cars, but I don't want you knowing where they live. Do you know what I mean? I assume the plate said Filth 1. No, it does not. Alas, it was not my car. My car was too small to get us all in. The place looks fucking amazing, doesn't it? It was so good. It was so fucking good. Now you can see like why we said we were going to go back. Because it's so good for like tabletop role plays, especially because you can just put the map on the big fuck off screen, right? Cyberpunk, yeah. Homebrew system, I'm impressed. Yeah, it was fucking intense. When it becomes, if it becomes available, because he's not sure whether he's going to release it to the world yet. I will let you all know because I want to promote it because I thought it was a really, really good system. Do you know what I mean? Clyde, how you doing, you beautiful individual? There are pre-existing Cyberpunk adaptations, but I respect the personal approach, fully aware the immense amount of work that goes into it. Yeah, so basically he's looked at all of the pre-existing adaptations and wasn't happy with them. So he decided to make his own. That is the entire dynamic. That is the kind of guy that he is. He's just like, I really like what they've done here, but I don't like these bits, so I'm just going to make my own. So that's what he's done. And we were playtesting him for it. Do you know what I mean? Hello, Lol. How you doing, you beautiful individual? When you next see him, do tell him that he has my respect and adoration for his dedication to the craft. I certainly will do, Eric. I absolutely will do. So, on top of all of that, because I am a glutton for fucking punishment, I also didn't think, for some reason, some of you who know me a bit better will probably understand this. For some reason, I didn't think that all of that was going to be enough. Didn't think that at all. I thought there's something missing. There's something missing from this giant home cinema. There's something that we need a little more of. And what we need a little more of is this. Mood lighting. We need mood lighting. So I took down my floodlights and the strip light that I've got in my house and took it with me in the car and plugged it in so we could have entire mood lighting. So this was the scene. Nude lighting, exactly, right? This was the scene that we had for like general playing overall bits and pieces cyberpunk scenarios, okay? And then when danger hit and the map came out and everyone rolled initiative, everything went red and the bar here pulsated the police siren colors. So it would pulsate from blue to red to blue to red to blue to red. Not flashy, but just sort of like pulsating through in order to bring the gravitas of the entire thing, you know? A pre-existing yeah. That was a good idea, true. It was needed, right? Such a good thing to do. Just a little bit of you know what I'm like. I like my atmosphere. I like my atmosphere. All right. So I was like, do you know what we need? We need mood lighting, which was hilarious because when my friend came to pick me up in his big fuck off car, I was carrying the lights and he was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, mood lighting. And he was like, are you fucking for real? We've got a home cinema. And I was like, mood lighting. And the best thing was that every single time there was a combat scene, the mood lighting all changed. And then we came out of the combat scene, it went all back again because I had it all on my app. So I just pressed the button and it all just changed by itself. And I was like, fucking yes. And there was one point where I was like, I'm not entirely sure anyone really gives a shit about this. And I forgot about it. I forgot to do the mood lighting. And my friend turned around to me and he went, hey, Val, do you know what this needs? And I was like, what? And he was like, some mood lighting. And amusingly, on my phone, it literally, the lighting setup is called, like the generic one with the pinks and the teals and what have you, is called Cyberpunk, because we were playing a Cyberpunk game. The other one with the reds and the pulsating like police siren light type thing was called Roll Initiative. Because I am a nerd. I am a nerd of the top degree. I am a maximum nerd for maximum nerdingness. And I fucking loved it. It was just any single time that anyone it was like roll initiative, I was like, cool. And now we are into the danger zone. You know what I mean? Val, you gone all out. I can't help myself, Eric. I can't fucking help myself. I absolutely love it. I love immersion. I love getting like carried away with it all. I just fucking love it. I love creating an atmosphere. It's like one of my favorite things to do. Was a good idea. Yeah, true. It was needed, right? Exactly. Such a thing. Such a you thing to do. I love it. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Good thinking. Love a bit of mood lighting. Yes, Rebel Nay. Exactly. Exactly. Gotta love some mood lighting, you know? The mood lighting just sets it off. It was just like a nice little thing, but I fucking loved it. I fucking loved it. It meant everything to me. And because like that group of boys there, like one of those lads I've known since I was 4 years old. The others I have grown up with. Like we've all known each other since I was like 14, 15. So well over half of my life I have known those gents. They introduced me to role playing. I've known them for fucking years and years. But the kind of like we have got a sassy banter where it's that kind of like humor, like the kind of friendship where you're always taking the piss out of each other. But if anything went down, you'd be there for each other immediately. You're always taking the piss out of each other. It's one of those things. There was constant banter between us, but it's those moments where the banter just subsides and it's like, actually, this is a really good idea. Like when my friend turned around to me and he was like, Val, I think we need some mood lighting. And I was like, that little moment of just being like, you appreciate the mood lighting as much as I appreciated making the mood lighting. Wouldn't openly say it. Didn't need to openly be said by any stretch of imagination, but the fact that it was like, that's touched me in my little heart place. That's touched. You appreciate the effort that I put into this. I really appreciate that, you know? Yeah, no. Shits and giggles. Fucking love it. The mood lighting, of course. Even normal changing lights in everyday rooms is nice. Hence why you say it's even better. Yes, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. You're making me miss role-playing group. Do it. Get involved. Get involved. I am a nerd. That's an understatement. We love you for it. Absolutely. Fucking love it. Couldn't agree more. I've got a pal who built his own TTRPG table out of a TV and inlaid an old wooden table. Inlaid the TV into the old wooden table. Yeah. He has a dynamic battle maps where the players can walk around with their minis. I'm only a little bit jealous. Yes, I've seen those, Eric. I have seen those, and I fucking love them. They're very, very cool. I feel like it'd be a lot of... If you play regularly and in one location, that would be very, very cool. We can tend to move around a lot and do bits and pieces. We've all got very busy lives, so we're not able to do it. But very, very cool. I'm very jealous of the people that have the ability to do that. Fucking yes. Absolutely. They don't campaign anymore, though. One do, but it's a completely different, unfortunately. Akante. There are 1 million people in the world that roleplay. It's a shame that those people don't do it. But I am absolutely confident that you will be able to find some people that do. I'm absolutely confident you'll be able to find people that do and people that you gel with. For sure. Absolutely. Mood lighting hits hard for me too, seeing as I've worked as a lighting technician for concerts. Yeah. Well, this is the thing. I mean, most of you will already know. I run cabarets, I run shows, I run events. For me, it's all about atmosphere. The cabarets, from the moment that a person walks through the doors of the event that I am running, they need to be like immersed, immediately immersed. Oh my fucking God, this place is amazing. That's what they need immediately. The moment they walk in the door, that's what they need to feel, you know? And that's really, really, really important for me. So like adding some mood lighting for tabletop roleplay is like, just like, yeah, this just makes sense. This just fucking makes sense to me. Do you know what I mean? We're probably looking more into the future. Do it. You can get a decent 50-inch TV for like 150 quid, so it's not honestly that bad. No, absolutely. I don't have the space for a table like that, but I completely agree. If you have the ability and the means to do so, I fucking encourage it. Encourage it. I mean, you know I'm a massive hedonist, so I will always encourage people enjoying themselves. But still. You know? Atmosphere is key. It changes the immersion. Yes, that. You read my mind. Yeah, absolutely. Fucking does. Absolutely. And on that fucking bombshell, friends, I am going to call it there. I'm going to call it there. I'm glad that I was able to take you around the place because it was fucking beautiful and gorgeous. Very, very much appreciate it. But of course, we are, going to go raid somebody because we always go raid somebody. We always go throw some love at another delightful individual. And if you could stick around for that raid, I would really, 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 really appreciate it. And then I'm probably going to go find somewhere to sleep because, Jesus Christ, I'm fucking shattered. Price talk. Oh, yeah, we'll do the price talk first. Okay. Let me just work out exactly how much it cost. We'll do that first. Do that first, and then we'll raid out. Then we'll do the thingies. So... Okay. Cool. So... all of that was... thingy. Now, we were there for 4 days, so we arrived on the Friday. Ooh, hello. New poll. Price of immersion. No, we'll call that. It'll be confusing. Price of place. So, that was... we'll do a 1 minute vote. I'll allow additional votes because this is shits and giggles, because why not? How are you doing, Support Bro streamers? Welcome on in. Location, like rural Los Angeles. So it was in Lincolnshire. It was in a rural location. It was close to like a little village. But it was a little bit away from where I live. So it was in the county just south of where I live. but it was close to like a little village. There were other, it wasn't like in the Arsender nowhere. There were other like buildings like that around it. So it was on a street full of buildings like that. A bit of context there. It was an Airbnb, and we split the price 5 ways because it was kind of like a birthday present for one of the boys. So we split it like 5 ways. So each of us paid the same amount of money for the entire weekend. Let's go with... I spent over 7k on VR computer. That'll do it. That'll fucking do it. It has to be cheap for what you got, seeing as you want to come back. Potentially. Or it was just worth it. I am always willing to spend money on something that I consider to be worth it. Absolutely. Okay, you're thinking about £150 per day for all of us. So you're thinking about £600. All right, we'll put 600 in there. Any other guesstimates? For the entire weekend, so for 4 days of us being there with all of that going on. I'll put in Tabby the Panda thinks significantly more than that for 2,400. Long weekend 2,000. Do you know what? I'll put a like 1,000 in there as a benchmark as well. Oh, do you know what? No, we'll do 1,200 because that works. Yeah, 1,200. As that's a thingy. I was just gonna go for like a mid-range one as well. And Nibirin thinks 800. Okay. So we've got let me put them in order. So 800, 2,400, 1,200, and then 2,000. One minute duration. You can use additional votes with 69 points. Start poll. Go for it. Go for it. I'm basing it off prices around here converted from New Zealand to Great Britain. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's fair. A bootful of Valen merch. That makes a bootful of Valen merch. If only I could do that. Order! Order! I'd like to have the conversion from a Swedish IKEA currency. I'll pass. It's too late for that. That's fair enough. That's what I mean. To be fair, they're all very valid prices. When we were looking, because I was looking for a lot of different places, and there were a lot of variation in the prices that we looked at. So none of you are out of it by any stretch of imagination. Jags!
Kane Lahai.
I'll be with you in 2 seconds, you cheeky little devil. Okay. Almost there. Ooh, okay. 33% of you said 800. 33% of you said 1,200. 20% of you said 2,000. 7% of you said 600. And 7% of you said 2,400. I can reveal that the price was just a tiny little bit more than £800. For 5 of us, we split it. Well, it was 6 of us, but we split it 5 ways. So it was well, I'll tell you what, I can literally do that. Yeah, so those people, congratulations. Those people that said 800. And there were 7 beds there. So 800 divided by 6. So it's like 133 quid each for the 4 days there with all of the shit that was going on there. But if you were filling every single bed, then it'd be £114 each. £114 each. Saying loads of property, so that's why I guess, yeah. Nibirin was right on the money. Right on the money. It was like £112, 812 or something like that. Saying loads of properties, I guess. But speaking of planning, and serious apologies for any further derailing, we're further getting planning. Would it be okay if Pokebrain about what to do in Hull? That way I'm not completely lost. Yeah, you'll send me a DM. I will not respond to it tonight because I'm fucking shattered, but send me a DM, I'll see what I can do. Absolutely. Fuck off, right? It's hard to guess since the pound is stronger than the euro, but economically Britain is not doing so well. This is very true. Absolute bargain. Yeah, it really was. It really fucking was. That's super, yeah. That is, as I assumed, much cheaper than I think it would be, yeah. Good guessing. You are Nibirin, you were right on the money. I was really impressed. Really, really impressed. Tabby the Panda, unfortunately, I cannot give you the link. Do you know what? I can give you the link. I was going to say, I'm not going to give you the link because we will end up going back there. But I probably just won't tell people when I'm going to end up going back there. So I can go back there and just not let anybody know when that weekend is. So well, amazing, yeah. That would be more affordable, more than affordable. I've stayed in places far more expensive than that with less. And I've stayed in places with similar, but not for much more than that. Me too. Me too. No worries, my brain is good today. No, it's all good. It's all right. Don't you, right? Okay, I won't. I can't. I don't mind. I don't mind. Oh, do you know what I'll do? Do you know what I'll do, friends? Do you know what I'll do? Is I will make some description. I'll take that bit of video that I made, and I'll make some description of like Instagram Reel, short form content, YouTube short, Instagram Reel, TikTok content out of it, okay? And then after I've done that, I will put links to it, and that way I can reach out to various different companies and be like, hey, if you want me to stay and do something with you, with your company, then I can do so. And I've got metrics and stuff like that. Might as well make it a business thing. Might as well make it a business thing. Do you know what I mean? But we did find it on Airbnb. I did look at a lot of different sites because I'm not a massive fan of Airbnb as a company, but that was where we found it. That's where we found it. Exactly. Then you have a surprise story for when you've been. Exactly. Yeah. Let everyone know when that weekend was. Once it's over. Exactly. No worries, Classic Gary. You take it easy, beautiful individual. We are actually gonna raid out now. We're gonna do the raidy thing because I've been meaning to, I need to go sleep. I need to go sleep. But before we go anywhere, cheeky little devils that you are, could you please do me a massive favor and throw out some mod loves in the channel? Say a massive thank you to those moderators because they are glorious and spectacular. They are wonderful. We got to see behind the curtain of some of their lives today in the most beautiful and wholesome and educational way, and I really appreciate them. Mods, thank you so much as always. Thank you so much for all you do. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for all you do in and out of stream, all the stuff you do for me behind the scenes, and all the stuff you do for this wonderful community. Thank you so much for choosing to share your lives with us. It means the fucking world to me. It really does. Thank you so much, everybody, for thanking the mods. God damn it, Semba! You mean both fine at school tomorrow? Oh, God, lie. Friends, if you could stick around for the raid, even if it's only like 5-10 minutes, even if it's just a little while to go throw some love at another delightful individual, I would really appreciate that. Let's go and see. Let me have a quick look who we can go throw some love at. Let's go see somebody who we've not seen before. Go see someone we haven't seen before. Let's go see this person. let's go see this person. This is a glorious individual. They are a wandering soul making mistakes and trying to live their best life. Let's go. We've never raided this person before, so let's go raid them. I'm not entirely sure who they are. They're evidently somebody that I know. Oh, no, I know who they are. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, shit. Oh, cool. Yeah, let's go raid them. Let's go raid them. Friends! If you are a subscriber, please copy and paste the first raid message. If you are not a subscriber, please copy and paste the second raid message. That's the first Bot of Vane raid message for subscribers. The second Bot of Vane raid message for non-subscribers. Friends, we are going to go raid Anita Was Here. We're going to go raid Anita Was Here. Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate when it does that. As I said, just bumblefucking the way through life, trying to make the most out of things. And we like to do that. We like to go spread the love around. So hopefully we can go throw them some love. And I really appreciate you all being here. Let me give them a shout out as well, just to be sure. Friends, if you're not in the raid up here, please click on the link that I have just thrown out there so we can go throw Anita some love. It says, hi, their name is Anita. They're just wandering soul, making mistakes, all while trying to live their best life. And they are they're an ever-changing, ever-evolving person. Their trans identity is an important part of them. And I wish it was incidental, but my life experiences have forced me to bring it to the forefront of who I am. And we're all about that. We're all about that. So friends, let's go and say hi to this delightful new person that I have not introduced you to before. As I said, friends, if you can stick around for the raid, I would really, really appreciate it. If you are a subscriber, please copy paste the one with our raid message with our stuff. If not, then copy the other raid message. Friends, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the raids, the subs, the gifts, all the cheeky little bits. Thanks so much for spending all your time here. I really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for taking part in the conversations and all that jazz. You're glorious and spectacular, and you're just fucking wonderful. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. GMT. That's 1 p.m. British time, where we're going to be doing a game vote, and you get to decide. Whoever it turns up gets to decide what they are all about it, all right? If we was here, good question. Good question. Friends, until tomorrow. Until tomorrow. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Oh, am I nodding? Because if I wouldn't do it, it'll... Bye.